Previously on Junior Adventurers League, our adolescent heroes accompanied Lady Gwendolyn the Grey, an elderly paladin, on her final quest to reach the afterlife. Before she departed this earthly realm, the old knight bequeathed her longsword to Valqwyn, the party's fighter. We rejoin our heroes at the turning point of an ongoing adventure. Deep underground, surrounded by goblins, with a professor unconscious at their feet, and the stone pillar they stand on crumbling away beneath them. The adventure begins on the 47th of Summershine, year 559 of Kairosha's fourth age. This is episode 20, Winner Take Fall.
Hey.
All right. So, let's get started. Welcome, everyone, to this episode of the Junior Adventurers League, a D&D 5th edition actual play campaign brought to you by the creators and cast of Experience Points. If for some reason you're tuning in for the first time, that's very ill-advised. There's 19 episodes you should watch before this one. But if this is your first, our heroes in Junior Adventurers League are students at a fantasy boarding school called the Gygaxian School of Future Adventurers that teaches kids everything they need to know about, you know, slaying dragons, exploring dungeons, getting that fat loot.
Yeah.
Each week, our adolescent heroes will undertake a new and perilous quest that will test their skills, their knowledge, and their teamwork.
So, word on the street is that this is brought to you by Experience Points, which is a 12-part web series. What? Did you guys?
I had no idea. Interesting.
You can watch it another time here on YouTube, findable through this. Whatever we are, subscribe.
You got it.
Subscribe right now.
You're doing so well, buddy.
Yeah, you know. You all know. Just watch it. Just shut up.
So if you would like to contribute to today's adventure, there are 3 ways you can do that. Well, really only one way, but 3 different levels that you can do it. You can donate at the link provided. If you donate $2, that gives each one plus 2 points magical healing to one of our 4, and $6 activates their figurine of dubious power, which is a strange artifact they have that lets them do strange things. We haven't really used one of those in a long time, so this is a great episode to donate because then we'll see some crazy nonsense.
We don't even know what
All right, real quick, go around and do player name, character name, and class. Let's try to keep this intro relatively brief because we're already getting started a little late today. So we are actually going to skip our normal favorite halfling bard because.
Would you believe it? It's
Shadowrunner
with $12.
Of course. Ridiculous.
Thank you.
Shadowrunner, let us know if that's a bunch of nat 20s or if that's like how you want to divvy that up. It sounds like some
Sounds like he wants like
figurines of dubious power.
Yeah.
Give it all the moss, baby.
But let us know in the chat and we will get that figured out. We're going to skip over our favorite halfling bard because that halfling bard is dead to us.
Oh,
no.
it's too fresh.
And so instead, we'll start with our favorite high elf sorcerer.
Hello. My name's Cody Bushee, and I play Theodûir. He is a high elf sorcerer. He's 13 years old, and he is a snotty little kid.
Snotty.
That's about it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Who do we have next?
Hey guys, I'm Heather. I play Valqwyn Cruzera. She is a half-drow fighter, and she's super awesome at slow-mo fight moves.
Perfect. And last but not least, we have...
Sorry, I'm eating lunch. I am playing Moss. I am a dwarven druid, and I stink.
Yeah, that's great. I love the elevator pitch of the character. He's snotty, she's cool in slow-mo, he smells bad. Like, we're out. That's nice.
Boom. That's all I need to know.
All right, so as I alluded to in the intro, we are starting sort of in the middle of an ongoing adventure. Let's assume that before this, you guys had a harrowing adventure where you went deep underground and fought many goblins. Think of like the beginning of like a Barnes movie, right? You're coming into the middle of the action. You don't really know what led them to this point, and they're just already kind of in the heat of it. So you guys are on a stone pillar that's probably about 20 feet wide. Think of that scene in Fellowship of the Ring, right? When they're like escaping the Mines of Moria, and it's like the broken staircases.
Yeah.
It's very much like that. You're in the middle of this abyss, blackness all around you. And one of you probably has a torch. There's like a torch that's been dropped on the center of this pillar. And goblins, just in the hundreds, are coming crawling up the side of this pillar to try to get at you guys. Whether you stole something from them or insulted them in some way, you're not 100% sure. The players aren't 100% sure, but the characters definitely know. You are currently in the company of Professor Erasmus, who is a dragonborn barbarian. And just like the last time you went on an adventure with him, he is currently unconscious and lying at your feet, having fought nearly to the death just like these goblins, but was then overcome. So it is the three of you, Moss, Valqwyn, and Theodûir, who are kind of backs to each other on this thing. And you can feel this pillar is kind of starting to shake and crumble as though its foundations are giving away. So let's roll initiative, everybody.
So just for you three, it's a nat 20 for each of you from Shadowrunner.
Awesome. Thank you, Shadowrunner.
Oh, hey, look at that, Shadowrunner. I'd like to use my nat 20 right now and go first in initiative.
I might.
I really have a joke I want to say. I'm going to use that nat 20 right now and go first in initiative.
To make the best joke ever.
Just kidding.
I got 15.
How'd we do? 15. Anyone beat 15?
I got 4.
Cool. That's not higher than 15.
Okay.
Last time I
I
checked.
beat a 15 with a 17.
Oh, shite.
I mean, for shits, I got a
Yo.
22, but I know I'm not here.
But I don't exist
We
right
will
now.
introduce Kate's character eventually. It may take a little bit. And then
But I'm the best.
Okay, so we're going to start with Theo. Real quick, I'm going to say that each one of you guys probably had cast some spell or done something under the assumption that you were about to be into a battle. You wouldn't have just thought like, oh no, we got ambushed. So Theo, is there any spell or effect or anything you would have done before this moment that you already
We were
wanna have
facing a
done?
bunch of goblins.
Yeah, lots of goblins. And you knew that, and you knew this was kind of a siege mentality. So
Yeah.
you, like, Moss might have already wild-shaped into something. Was kind of
Yeah, I think, well then, definitely, I probably would already be in mirror image. There'd probably already be a bunch of Theos everywhere.
Let's say this. Let's say you're in mirror image, but one of them has already been destroyed.
Sure.
Right?
There
Like,
you go.
you've been fighting for a little bit, and so
There's 3
you're
of
a little
them.
bit wounded.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
2
there's
of them
3
and
of
one
them.
with a
Okay.
cell phone.
So what do you want to do in your turn, Theo?
Okay, so are there...
These goblins are just crawling up the side of the pillar.
And we have nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go.
Like-
the other pillars that you like got here have all crumbled since then. Like you were kind of like trying to jump across, and this is the only one that's left. You're just trapped. What do you want to do?
Okay, so I'm going to... I want to cast... Is there any within like melee range? I guess.
Not yet.
No.
They're about 15 feet away from you. You guys are kind of clumped up, and they're just like crawling up the side now. You can see about a dozen of them, like their faces appearing over the side of the rock.
Oh my god.
Okay, I guess I'm casting Scorching Ray, and
Cool.
I'm gonna try to hit as many of them as I can.
Boom.
Yeah. Is that 3 of them?
It's 3 of them. Yeah, so 3 of them were hurled from my orb, floating in the air.
Right.
3 razors. Not razors, but you know what I mean. Let's see.
+5, I think.
Is it just 5? Yeah. Okay. So that is a 12.
Nope.
Then an 18, and then a
Yep.
nat 20.
Oh, nat 20!
Cool. Yeah. So a hit and a crit. For the crit, you just roll double damage.
Awesome.
Right. Roll a double dice. Whatever you would normally roll. Roll that again.
So for the first one, that is going to be 9 damage, and then on the
Okay,
crit,
cool.
it is 10 damage.
Awesome. Yeah, you blast 2 of the goblins. The lasers go out. One of them like pulls his hands back as though to like avoid getting blasted, and then falls off. He realizes that that's what he was holding on to. And you like cut another 2 of them in half, and they just
Nice.
Like idiots.
So now there are only
Yeah.
9 goblins up there.
Interesting.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I wonder if 3 rays
Do you wanna
came
move or
from
do anything?
3 different images.
Oh,
You know, like
yeah.
it was really just
Oh
3.
yeah, you each shoot one.
Yeah, but then one of them
that's awesome.
missed, I guess.
The one on the phone.
I like
The one on
Yeah,
the phone,
he's like barely paying attention.
he didn't really shoot anyone.
It's like he has like
I
Facebook
like that
feed.
we like that was a joke, and now it's legitimately
Definitely
he
a thing.
somehow has a cell phone.
He
Right?
accidentally took like a photo with flash of it instead of his laser stuff.
He was like trying to take a
Now
selfie.
he's like
as, like
It's like, look what I can do, guys. Yeah. Oh shit.
He's texting 911 like help or crap. There's goblins, right? Like
He's tweeting it. He's not even texting.
Yeah, he's
OMG,
tweeting it.
guys,
Not actually
goblins
doing anything
everywhere.
yeah, right. It's like him in a selfie with all the goblins.
Hashtag LOL. Hashtag oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay, anyway, we're moving on. Valqwyn, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
I think...
Goblins are crawling up, but none of them are up on the pillar yet.
Got it. My action before that would have been a blade ward.
Cool. Ward.
And then I'm going to magic missile on 3 of those little dudes.
Do it.
They're all 3 damage.
3, yeah, roll the 3 on each.
Yeah, so it's 9 total.
Damage for each one. 9.
Yeah, 9 total.
Cool. So you blast 3 of them, but they don't actually fall. They're still kind of clinging there. But like, you see little birdies going around with their heads, right? So Val, you cast the spell. You say Bezors or octogenarian or nonagenarian.
Nonagenarian!
And
it's not magic.
when you like pull your hand back after you've cast it, you realize there's something in your hand that wasn't there before.
Interesting.
You look at it, and it is an envelope. It's approximately this big, and it says Valqwyn Crozera on it in like very fancy lettering, and there is a big wax seal in the center of it.
Huh.
But we will have you open it on your next
Okay.
session.
I was just like, oh!
So, what the, yeah, exactly. You pull your hand back, and suddenly there's
an envelope.
Goblins come streaming up over the top of the pillar. There are going to be, let's see, 2 attacks against everybody. That's as many as can cram in to get you guys. So 2 attacks against Moss. Let's see, a 15 and a 13.
Okay.
Do those both hit?
Of course.
Of course they do.
Ha.
That is 14 slashing damage as they come at you with their little knives and scimitars. You're just,
all right.
Slashing at
Well,
you.
let's be real. I was definitely a badger, and I'm no longer a badger.
Yeah, so there was a badger that just got slashed up, and now you're mossing.
Nice.
2 attacks against Valqwyn. Oh, horrible. A 7 and a natural 20.
Oh.
Maybe because you're looking at the letter. Like
Yeah,
you dodge
right.
1 and then. Oh,
Is it piercing?
It is slashing.
Cool. I have resistance.
Oh, cool. So that's 8. That's 12 slashing, so it is reduced to 6.
Got it. Cool.
And then Theo, 2 attacks come in at you, but they have to get past the mirror images.
I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay.
Ready to rumble.
1 is a miss, and the other one is a hit. Is a 21.
Alrighty. So it hits one of my other ones. It doesn't hit me. It doesn't hit me.
Okay, cool. So it dispels one of the other mirror images.
Yeah.
But now there's this like hairy crowd of goblins completely encircling you guys. You're like all standing on your professor as you're like trying to bunch together. Like, oh god! Just cursing at you in goblin. You're not really sure what they're mad about. Or what happened.
I swear we can work it out. I promise.
I was just talking about this, guys.
Moss, it is your turn. You were a badger. You are a badger no longer.
Turds.
Turds indeed.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna cast Flaming Spear.
Do it.
Boop. I'm gonna do it in the middle of as many of them as possible.
Cool. Yeah, I'll say you can get 3 goblins at once with it.
Well, those 3 goblins are gonna have a bad time.
I'm gonna roll dex saves, right?
Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the spear must make a dex saving throw.
Okay.
Yep.
So on their turn, man.
But
Does this look any different from Produce Flame? Like I still imagine Produce Flame as the snap.
yeah, the Produce Flame is like essentially like the Flaming Sphere is like Produce Flame where he snaps it and then he just like it makes it bigger. Like
Cool.
yeah. So it's just like
2-hand snap. Boom.
yeah.
Like,
Boom. Gets it out there. But this one also says if you ram the spear into a creature, but that's
an action, I think.
as a bonus action you can move the spear
okay.
up to 30 feet.
So you can ram it this turn if you
yeah, that was the idea. It's like whenever we're at, I cast it and they take damage.
want. Okay. All 3 of them succeed.
Well, all
but
3
they
of
take
them
half, I
are
think.
still going to be taking a whopping 3 damage.
3? Okay. I'm going to say that those were the 3 that she hit with her magic missile, so it kills them outright. Like the Flaming Spear comes in.
Now
Sure,
who's
burns
the
them to
kill
a crisp.
snipe? It's me.
Yes. You are the kill snipe. Great. We are back up at the top with Theo. Oh, actually, before we do that, you guys feel beneath you the pillar kind of shifts and is now like tilted at a weird angle. You can feel the professor like sliding towards the edge a little bit.
Okay, really?
None of you are in any immediate danger of falling, but next round you'll have to start making saves to prevent yourselves from toppling off.
Just keep running back and
Okay,
forth on the side.
Which professor?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, like trying to tip it. Just like that. Theo, it's your turn. It's you and one double left.
Erasmus.
Professor Erasmus?
Professor Erasmus is the Dragonborn Barbarian.
Yeah.
Dragonborn Barbarian. Which
can-
adventure were we on with?
The orcs with the
ogres.
princess.
Oh,
Ogres with the princess.
the other young blonde. No.
This professor is the one that
Professor
watched that little
Erasmus
girl
von
die.
Thrash is his name. Yeah, he's like a retired barbarian. He does anger management and primitive cultures, I believe, is the name of his.
He's like huge, right?
He's this huge, like burly dragonborn, but has like the little pinch nose glasses, right? And is like beast. He's sort of like a reformed barbarian.
So good.
Okay. Oh, God.
My.
We're going to die. I think
no.
this is not looking good. Quickly, we must move to the other side, and I'll try to
Panic attack.
like.
He's just like losing his shit.
Oh no!
They don't even know my name.
Don't you know who I am?
Yeah, they're all over us though. So I guess.
Well, I would say that Moss, with his flaming sphere, opened up a side of it. If you wanted to move over there, you could, and then that would potentially counterbalance it.
You know what I'm trying to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're trying to tip the other way. That way, it doesn't fall over.
Yeah. I mean, I got two of me. There's maybe some weight in there. You know?
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay, so here, let me see. 1 second. If everyone tries to move over there, it's gonna provoke. Val's the only one who will provoke an opportunity attack from doing it. So you can if you want.
Okay.
but-
Yeah, I'm gonna move. I'll move over there.
Cool. You can move over to the other side.
And then I will cast Chromatic Orb. And I'll do Twin Spell to cast it at another one too. Pew pew.
Good.
Pew 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 pew.
Pew pew.
Pew, pew.
Also well. A 9 and no, I'm sorry, an 8 and a 7.
Are you to attack?
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Yeah. No.
Too
Neither.
bad.
Boo.
Whoa. How do you know though?
let me consult the monster manual here.
Okay, I'll use.
Yeah. No.
my
They
mulligan.
both miss.
Oh, okay.
They miss if the number is smaller than the number it says here, right? Okay, cool. So, yeah, you fire your chromatic orb, and they go blazing off. Totally. Somehow you're surrounded by goblins and still miss all the
Completely
goblins.
miss,
Probably
yeah.
because he's freaking out. We're going to die here.
We're all gonna die.
It's
But you do manage to move to the other side and help counterbalance it a little bit. Valqwyn, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Do I recognize the wax seal?
You do. It is a sigil. It's in red wax, and it is like 3 crossed swords. One sword, another sword, another sword. It is the sigil of Swords Meet, which is like an annual sword fighting competition that your father always participates in. It's like the Olympics for sword fighters, basically.
Nice. Awesome. I'm definitely.
We're gonna
opening
die, and you're like, oh, an invitation.
It just
Hogwarts!
it appeared in my
Hogwarts
hand. Is that a full action or is it like a?
It is. Let me look at what I wrote. Yeah, it is an. You can open it and read it as an action.
Okay.
You could open it this round and then read it next round as a bonus action. It's 2 separate bonus actions. That makes sense.
All right, I'm gonna open it as a bonus action.
Okay.
Jeez.
Then you can make 1 attack this round with
You're
your
literally
weapon, but not
fighting
2.
them and like also like undoing and like, okay, hold on.
Yeah, it's just like,
you're
oh,
like,
it's like,
you're
you
being
know.
very careful with the seal to not break it, right? Like
I use my
you're,
sword
fighting
to
a dude with
like
this hand.
get it open. It's like, oh no, okay, sorry.
Stab. Go ahead and make your attack against the goblin.
I'm actually gonna use my next magic missile.
Oh, okay, cool.
Pew, 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 pew. Okay. So that's 8 damage total. I want to hit
So are
2
you
different.
giving it to 1 goblin or 2 goblins?
I'm gonna do 2 on one and then 1 on another one. So I did.
Okay.
The first 2 were a total of 4, and then so it's like evenly divided into 4.
Okay,
yeah.
4 between 2 of them.
8 total, 4 on each.
Gotcha. Okay.
There you go.
Cool. So she shoots out, blasts 2 goblins. They kind of stagger with like these smoking holes, but they're still alive. Okay, cool. But yes, you have the letter open. You can pull out this nice fine piece of parchment, And you can see the first line is "Dear Valqwyn Cruzeiro," right?
Yes,
And then we
like,
cut to the next person. And the goblins come swarming in.
No.
So let's see. We're gonna say a couple more crawl up. How many more come up this round? 3 more. So we have 2 attacks on everyone but Theo.
Oh, you like it.
So 2 attacks on Moss. That's a miss, Moss. And 14 hits you, right?
Oh yeah, everything hits me.
Everything hits you. Well, I rolled a 2 on the first one.
Except for 2.
So that is 5 slashing damage, Moss, from another one of their cruel scimitars.
That's peasant
If that's
shit.
the real one, that one time or not.
Valqwyn, boy, they just can't. Yeah, there we go. An 18.
Yeah, just hits.
Cool. Then that's 6. Sorry, not 6. 3 slashing damage.
Got it.
And then only 1 attack against Theo. I don't think he hits you, Theo. He gets to 13, so he doesn't even get through your AC.
All right.
Yeah.
Did any of them? Who ended their turn next to, adjacent to the flaming sphere?
Oh, yes, very good. 3 of them did, so I'll roll that again. 1 fails, 2 fails. Yeah, 2 fail and 1 succeed.
Well, it's 9 total, so
Okay.
4.
So 2 of them take 9. 2 of them are just instantly incinerated,
Nice.
and then one of the ones that got hit by Valqwyn's magic missile also goes up because he
Boom.
took half. Yeah. But it's this thing with these goblins is you're burning them up and destroying them, but more just keep coming. There's no end to these goblins. Great. We are at the bottom with Moss.
You mean the top?
The top.
The top of the bottom.
The way you think of it. You've restructured the round that way. You technically go first.
Seems right. Seems accurate.
The world starts.
I'm just gonna slam that. Just keep moving, like just the sphere is just going in a circle.
Just mowing goblins
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
So I'll slam it over into the next closest ones.
Cool. Yeah, you can get 1 in this one. He horribly fails it though. How
That's
much?
right. He takes 6 damage.
Yeah. He's like on fire running around. Not quite dead, but like what is he gonna do? Like not be on fire anymore? Yeah.
That'd be a good tactic
bad.
for him.
Yeah.
I'm not a tactician. I'm not a
Better
tactician,
not
but
to be on fire.
Hey.
So that's your bonus action. What about your action?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Mom.
And I'll just produce flame against another goblin, like just out of the flaming sphere, just like one of those little, like a sunspot just comes and poof, licks him on the way by.
Do you want to try to hit the same guy, or do you want to hit a different guy?
Probably a different guy when I'm moving it,
Okay.
like
Got it.
thematically, and it's probably gonna be a hit. I got a 23.
Oh yeah. Blow him up.
Blow 'em up.
3 damage on the other one.
Cool. It doesn't blow him up, but it like sets his hood on fire. He's like trying to put it out. Cool. Nice. The pillar slides even more.
Oh no!
And Erasmus goes sliding off the side. He doesn't quite fall, but he's like about to. Unless someone takes an action to grab him on their turn, he will go.
Forget about him.
Save yourself!
I need him to die.
Smelly dragon ball.
Every child for themselves.
As he's on the
Theo,
other
it's your
side.
turn. Can I get a dexterity saving throw, please?
Technically, he's not part of the party, so
It's not a party
See,
above all.
Strict reading of the
He's
rules.
not really one of the
Doesn't
core
say
4, is
teachers
he?
above all.
It's not a main cast character. It's fine.
I love it. Just everything goes out the window. Like, no, I didn't like him very much anyway. It's fine. Like, just starts
never
pushing
very
him
nice
off
to
the
me.
side.
Go.
Roll the heaviest. You have to go.
It's like he's the one that could have saved us all. They're just like, no!
Yeah, no. Instantly saves his
Don't
own.
you see? You'll kill us all.
This is what you'd want, right? Right?
But in the process of saving us all, you kill everyone but yourself, right? But, like,
Remember, guys, it's party above all, so go!
it's what Jeremy would have wanted. Friends.
Right?
She wants friends.
You want to see Jeremy,
okay,
don't you?
Theodûir. What do you do on your turn? I gotta play Dungeons and Dragons.
My goodness. Alright. I had a turn.
Just in
and I
case
knew
you
what I was
guys
gonna
didn't
do.
need to know how
Dexterity
snotty he
saving throw,
was.
Theodûir.
Why? Why am I doing that?
To prevent yourself from sliding.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Focus.
I'm not gonna do well. Not gonna do well here. 7. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good.
So you go prone and slide 10 feet.
Oh my goodness.
So you're now 10 feet away from the edge that you're sliding down towards.
Help!
Lose your balance and start to slide.
No, don't leave me. No.
But you can still take an action. You're just prone, like you're just sliding across the ground.
Okay, great. Am I by the professor?
Yeah, you're 10 feet away from the professor.
I'll try to, like, he's farther down.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could spend your move to like go further and try to grab him.
Yeah,
if you
I'll
want.
do that. Yeah.
Fall further.
Okay. I'm gonna do that and. Yeah. I meant to do
Great,
this.
give
See,
me-
I didn't. I meant to fall and slide down. I'm getting the professor. Don't worry.
Literally, no one is paying attention.
You're constantly justifying everything
Don't
as
you
though
still
you're
have one
constantly
of
being
your mirror
observed.
images too?
Give me a
Yeah.
strength check, Theodûir,
A strength check.
to hold on to this 350-pound dragonborn. Yeah, go for it. Who's just all dead weight, like unconscious.
Completely dead.
All right. Well, I got a 14.
Okay, yeah, a 14 is enough. So you grab him and you like plant yourself, and you're just like veins on
There's
your
two of me
face.
still, right? There's the other
Mirror
one.
image
yeah.
is helping him.
The other one with the
That
cell
one's not
phone.
helping.
Yeah.
He's an illusion.
No, the other one's like.
He's still got his phone out. He's just one hand. Just...
Or is that Theodûir? Right.
It is. You don't know.
We don't know. Maybe it's always Theodûir on his phone. Right.
You think so? He's like, I've done my work. They're just gonna. Hit
I
the
let
mirror
them,
images.
when I'm mirror imaging, I let them do it. And then I just,
Yeah, right.
I tweet the
You
whole
check
time.
your phone.
It's actually his orb that
But
like
you have,
doubles
you have
as his phone.
arrested Erasmus's fall, so you
Yeah.
are holding him in place. You'll have to
Right.
keep making checks on your turn if this incline gets worse, but for now you have.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was your life.
Val, it is your turn.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to read that letter.
Great. So in kind of a flowery hand, it says, Dear Valqwyn Crizera, you have been chosen as the dueling second for Verish Crizera in this, the 42nd annual Swords Meet. Should you choose to accept this call, place your thumb upon the wax seal, and we shall receive you shortly. Sincerely, Egilbert Jallison, Secretariat for the Board of Blades.
Awesome.
So what do you do?
Guys, hold on to me.
Huh? What? What do you mean? What do you mean? Hold on to you.
So I gotta reach for the professor because I'm gonna guess he's by me.
Yeah, cool.
So reach for him. Reach for Moss with the envelope in my hand.
Oh, give me a
Dex
strength saving throw.
Dex save.
Or dexterity saving throw, sorry, before you.
Dex is 4.
Okay, cool. So you also slide down.
So I'm sliding.
sliding
you're like
and
hanging
reading.
off the end, like reading your letter. Right?
I'm just like, oh.
Yeah. But you can grab the professor. I think Moss is still too far up to grab. But
Ready in action, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna ready my action to put my thumb on that seal.
okay, cool.
I'm just like, Moss, get down here.
Great. The goblins go, so they'll make their save. The goblins got a natural 1, so they all slide off. They just go tumbling off this.
It was only
Now
like
there are no
it was
goblins
only
on it.
one of them that failed, and he just took the rest of them out. It's like just
It's like
A
the
bunch-
biggest
a bunch
one,
of
just
them-
like
yeah, exactly. One guy fell and he hit the other goblins. And it was this chain reaction.
Like,
Is all 9 of the goblins went tumbling off. Down into the abyss. That's perfect. They're done. Moss, it's your turn.
Moss will probably roll a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, give me that save.
Give it a sight.
Probably
got it.
How does 11 do it for you?
11 does not do
Oh
it for me.
no.
So you lose your balance and go sliding down. I'm gonna say you like bump awkwardly into Val.
Yeah.
So like your butt is like in her face.
Ah,
and,
God.
like, boots are on her shoulder. And
In the
Right,
meantime,
right.
like where all the like Moss is sliding with the goblins go off, and like seconds later, that flaming sphere just straight down at
yeah,
him.
it goes after them.
Yeah.
You see like a faint explosion from further down in the darkness. But cool, yes, Moss is now kind of sitting on your head, Val.
Ah, God, you smell so bad, Moss. So I'm holding
What
on
do
to
you
the
do?
professor who is being held
Yep.
by Theo, and then Moss is okay. Cool. Thumb's going on that seal.
Cool. There is from the seal is a bright, like sort of blue light, and you guys all feel your atoms kind of separate. There's a bright, like blue flash on top of the pillar, and when the light fades, you are gone.
The pillar top.
All right.
The pillar.
On the
Onto the-
goblins,
Title
yeah.
The Marvel movie. Great. We're we're a little early. Do you want to take a break now? It kind of makes more sense to do it now.
Let's just
than
stop.
do
That
it
was a
later.
good run. I think we're
Good,
done now.
good,
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
We're
thanks.
done. Bye, guys.
That's our episode. Winner Take Fall. Thanks for playing. And I really love Kate's turn as nobody.
Yeah,
I
it
have
was
some
great.
good things
Yeah.
to say in chat to Cody.
Especially with
but-
that 22 of initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Great. We'll be back in a little bit.
By many names I am known,
Everybody buckle up.
What?
and my name is known by many.
What is about to happen?
He does this twice a session, I swear. There's a whole spiel.
Ask a nomad of the plains of Nosistan, and he will call me Nahadir. To the elves of Melindor, I am known as Hrovingol, learned in dark wisdom. During the reign of the rebel Duke, Vladimir was the name they gave me. When dragons ran rampant across these skies, they became Dracondai. I am Stormseer, the Viridian Eye, he who sleeps unsound. I am the sheathed sword drawn by this land when doom comes to its gates. But here, in this place, in this time, those who have awoken me from my slumber beneath Crasten's Hill know me by one name. My oldest, truest name, Zydromedes.
The adventure begins on the 10th of Harvest Home, 929 of Kairosha's Third Age. This is episode 30, Sisters of Steel.
Dead
we back.
is. Dead is.
Oh,
Back
we did.
in
We
black.
We're back, everybody. It's us. Thanks for watching. We just took a little break, but now we're back. When we left our junior adventurers, they were in kind of a harrowing situation atop a crumbling pillar deep underground, attacked by goblins. But more importantly, Valqwyn got a very magical letter, and she's going to a very magical place, and we're all very excited
Yes.
for her.
Yes.
We're also excited not to die.
That is always
I like that part the
So
best.
when yeah, there you go. When the blue light sort of returns or fades away, you guys realize where you are. You are on a small, sort of grassy, wind-blown island. There's like lots of tall grass, and it's super bright and sunny out. You can see big clouds, big puffy clouds heading up in the sky. Your eyes are kind of like, oh god, because we're just in the dark, right? Like, what the hell? Around. You can see that there are a number of tents kind of arranged around you. These like big, bright-looking pavilions that, again, in this fierce wind, are like flapping like fiercely, right, kind of snapping in the wind. All kind of walking all around, you can see their clothes and coats flapping similarly are these sort of audacious-looking bravos and swordsmen and kind of swaggering types, lots of mercenaries or something like that, kind of moving around. And you're just kind of standing there looking around. You probably all like appeared in the middle of the grass. The unconscious professor and everybody's all covered in soot and like grime from being in the dungeon. It's super bright out and beautiful. What do you guys do?
Everybody okay? You guys good?
Where the hell are we?
How's the professor? He is not looking
How did you get us out of there?
He probably has a concussion.
Bezord.
Bezord.
No, it's not. What did you read? What is that?
Yeah.
I saw you put your thumb on something, and then we jiggled around.
We jiggled around.
That's what...
You said that as though you don't know what teleport is. You're the sorcerer. Then we like went goofy or something. And
I think it's...
what is it?
Well,
magic?
It's probably
I
like
know
a
we-
different style of magic than he's used to. Like, whoever casts a spell, it's probably got its
I
own
guess.
flair on it.
Sorry.
But the idea that it's like
voice in my head is
highly
criticizing
trained
me.
Arcanist.
Just
You
like
went
with
jiggly for a minute. I don't know.
I know what teleporting is.
Is it going
I'm
jiggly
trying
for a
to
minute?
find out
Get jiggly out of it.
what the hell is going on here. Somebody is hiding something.
Can I...
Here,
Can I roll
just read the
perception?
letter. Just read the letter. This is awesome. I'm gonna go check out
Perception?
the professor.
I would love to roll a perception. Which... Does my eyeball come out of my face?
When you roll a perception, yes, your eyeball sprouts.
So it's like,
Okay.
I'll
boss,
take a
don't
look
roll a-
around.
Don't roll a perception. No.
Do it.
I didn't do well. Did not do well.
Better though.
I did a 14.
Oh, 14's not bad. Yeah, so you can look around. You see basically what I described. Your second sort of eyeball pops out of your head as your
Third. That's my third.
the holder figurine kind of rumbles.
I have 3 eyes now, not 2. Did I lose an eye while I was gone?
Maybe.
Oh, did I say second?
Yeah.
Sorry, I meant like it's a different kind of eye, right? Like your second set of eyes.
Oh.
So eye stalk pops out, and then you, in addition to the things I described, the tents and the grass and stuff, I described you as being on an island because it just sort of seemed like grass, and then it kind of stopped. You kind of stand up and look around a little bit and realize it's not an island in the ocean. You think that this is like a floating island above, like however high up off the ground. You look around, you see another one over there that's just like a big hunk of earth with tents on it, and another one, another one, another one. It's almost like an archipelago of floating islands. You can walk over to the edge and look down and see like 500 to 1,000 feet below you is the ocean. So it's, and you suddenly like, oh god, you like step back away from the edge. Like, oh my god.
Too much water.
Oh, that's really high. Oh god, that's really high.
If you share this information, or even if you don't, you could roll a history check to try to figure out where you might be, because that's a pretty unusual.
I would 100% share this information while rolling a history check to figure out that I am right middle of the road today. At 11.
You've heard of floating islands, but you don't know necessarily where you would be. The other one of the two of you could roll as well, Valqwyn or...
Guys, we're like billions of feet up in the air.
Billions of feet.
You said history?
Yeah, that's accurate. History, yep.
I don't think I did much better. I got a 13.
Okay, yeah, you're not 100% sure.
I want to do a perception to see if I see my dad's tent.
Do it.
Oof, goodness. 10, a 9.
9. No, you don't see the tent, but you're looking around, and then you see someone kind of like... A lot of these islands are connected by rope bridges. You see somebody kind of coming across one of the rope bridges that's like swaying in the wind, and you recognize the colors that they're wearing. It's sort of red and black, like boiled leather, and they have like a sort of a crimson bandana that goes back behind their head like that. Most strikingly, they're like probably wearing like a big, stupid, floppy hat. To like shield their eyes. You notice their skin is really dark. You think they're probably a drow, and they're coming across like squinting from the sun because they don't really like sun very much. Yeah, you recognize sort of one of your unofficial uncles, one of the captains of the mercenary company. This is Zaljek, spelled Zaljek, and he kind of comes over to you and stops when he gets like a distance away. Valqwyn?
Zaljek!
Hey, are you okay?
We're good. Might need to check him out though.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You're here because...
Yeah.
Oh, you? Okay. No, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's like, it's good. I kind of...
Yeah.
Are you sure he doesn't want to? Like, point to the barbarian, right? Like, because...
I know, big, right? Yeah.
Very.
Yeah.
Did you hear what happened? You should go see him, probably.
Alright.
Who are we gonna go see?
My dad's here, guys.
Oh.
Yeah, that's... There we go.
These are your...
Oh yeah, these are my friends.
I'm Moss.
Hello.
Moss is gonna reach out and
Don't.
nasty
No,
fingies.
don't. Yeah,
No,
there you go.
not doing
there
that.
You,
No,
yeah.
absolutely
you
not.
Okay.
Do I need an introduction?
This is Theo. Don't mind him. Anywho.
No idea. Well, I'm Captain Zaljek. I should probably take you over there myself.
Yes, please
You really
do.
shouldn't go wandering around the camp.
Yeah.
Like this.
Do we have something we can put him on?
Say that again?
Do we have something we can put the professor on? Because we should probably bring him with.
Oh my god, he weighs
A lot.
so much.
Yeah, a lot.
I think he has a concussion. Really bad concussion.
We can send somebody.
Perfect.
I'm a flower. You know what I mean? Like, I'm all speed.
Yeah.
Not a lot of...
Oh, I remember. Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
Great. Okay. So he starts to, like, stride away and goes back onto one of these bridges and is walking across. And he starts to, like, recount in detail, it was crazy because the first match he was doing fine. He's, like, starts to go through this long history of this tournament. You guys could roll history if you want to see what you know about the Swordsmeet tournament. You can roll with advantage, though.
I got a 15.
Ooh, I got 17.
13.
Okay, cool. So you have all at least heard about it. Probably Valqwyn has talked about it more than once.
Yeah.
It's basically this annual sword fighting competition that draws duelists and bravos from all over the world of various different faiths and cultures and stuff to come here and fight. They do them in different locations. It's not always here in these floating islands. But as he's recounting various things, you recognize some of the people that he's talking about. Oh, this is this great knight, and this is this great tavern brawler, and all these different people that are brought here to participate. Eventually, he comes over to a tent sort of a circle of tents on this one of these floating islands that is kind of all bedecked in the same colors that he's wearing, sort of black and red and things like that. You recognize, like stamped onto the double flaps of the main tent, is the sigil of your father's mercenary company, the Crimson Raiders.
Yeah,
I believe.
do you remember that one?
Shout out to
Borderlands 2.
Yeah. But yeah, so he'll kind of like stop and gesture towards one of them. Like as he gets to the door, it's like, and then in the penultimate match, well, you know, you might as well just go in.
Salt Jack.
Thanks, Salt Jack.
I go in, definitely.
Salt Jack. He's like he's all drowning.
Salt Jack.
It's fine, not a big deal. He'll flap the door open. You guys want to go in?
Oh yeah, I just go right in.
Cool.
Must have follow and like pat him on the
Oh.
like thanks, pat.
And just a slime
like
prints
sludge.
right on his breastplate.
Just
Like,
like, oh.
Theodûir will walk by with his nose in the air, not even looking at it.
Yes, hold the curtain open for me.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll get your guy.
Thank you.
Oh my god. And he like kind of walks off, like trying to figure out, like, does anybody have a wheelbarrow? Or he's gone. Cool. So you guys step into this tent, and it's, you know, a tent, but it's pretty like large and kind of spaciously designed. There's some rugs on the ground, a couple of chests. Whoever is like lives in here obviously comes from some wealth. And there's like a big bed up sort of one felt wall of the tent. And wrapped up in the bed, kind of sitting up, almost as though he doesn't really want to be there, is this huge, burly-looking human man with a sort of like a shock of gray hair and kind of age lines on his face, but very like suntanned, and you get this sense of kind of like a sailor or a traveler. And he's got a bandage wrapped around his neck. You can see that's all red stained across the front. And he sort of leans forward, Valqwyn! And he kind of shouts and then winces as he touches his throat. You okay?
Dad?
Hello, darling. Hello.
Happened?
You brought your friends.
Oh yeah, this is Moss and Theo. They don't mind his smell, don't mind his arrogance. What happened?
Okay. Oh, it's nothing. It's a scratch. But I'm so happy to see that you're here. I wasn't sure if you would get my message.
It sounds like they cut his voice box.
Yeah. Thanks, Moss.
That's your dad?
More or less.
Yeah. Thank you, actually, Dad, for
I'm
saying that
sent.
message. It kind of saved us from a sticky situation. Appreciate it.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I just assumed, you were doing whatever it is
Uh-huh.
that you do. Come sit on the bed. Come.
And he tries to like gesture you over.
Oh, I definitely go
For some
right
reason,
to his
he's
side.
Forrest Whitaker and Rogue One all of a sudden. Like, he's got that weird gasp.
Save rebellion.
Okay. But he'll gesture you over, and you can like bounce onto the bed, right? It's this big, cushy bed.
Tell me of your adventure. Where were you? What was happening?
Well, we were sort of kind of surrounded by hundreds of goblins.
That's your dad?
That's my dad. He's big, huh?
Hello?
Right?
I'm Varish Grisera.
Yeah, Moss,
Like,
maybe
extends his
don't
big hand.
get on the bed, Moss.
Moss, like, get on the bed and shake the hand, and immediately, just gross. Just.
Like ribbons of whatever. Like,
Oh, child, you need a wash.
Moss immediately gets off the bed, backs away, what?
So,
he said the W word. Yeah.
Right.
Who? No!
It's kryptonite.
It starts
you got
tearing
like
up the place.
PTSD.
I won't go! Right.
You're telling me he needs a wash, Theodûir. And then I'll
The other hand.
He'll like try to wipe it off, and then
It's pleased to meet you.
I'm gonna see if he knows the family. He does.
Aww.
How's Omel?
What? Yes. Yes. Of course. Of course you've heard of me. Of course you have.
There's like an anime moment where you get really starry-eyed, and there's like stars behind him as he says the last thumbnail.
Yeah.
You're in rarefied company, my dear. I didn't realize you were traveling around with such personages.
Let's talk about
Are you sure you're ready to undertake this challenge? Seljuk wanted me to use him, but you know how he is.
Yep. Do I ever? Well, it just kind of depends on who we would be fighting. I don't even know who did this to you, Dad.
Well, it wasn't. You won't be fighting him. I put that bastard down, but the halfling fellow right across the larynx with his dagger.
Oh.
I'm all right, but you know the rules of the competition.
Yeah.
I can't receive any healing magic until it's over. If I do, I'm disqualified. So, they patched me up, but I can barely draw breath. So I need a second. I've never had a second before. I've never needed one.
Yeah.
This will be the first time.
Oh, I remember, Dad. Yeah. Slow mo moves. So good. So good.
But I've never gotten this far. Not all the way up to the final match. What would your mother say if she thought I gave up now?
Oh. Anywho.
So let's get you dressed. Let's get you out there.
Oh God.
I haven't fought the person you're supposed to be up against, but they say that he's a real demon.
Can you tell me anything about him? Else other than demon?
I haven't faced him. I haven't had a chance to watch his matches. He's a nobleman, I hear. A duelist with a rapier. Verkerac, I think.
You can roll a history check if you want on the name.
I have no idea.
I got a 13.
I know who he is. I got a 24.
Theodûir, I'll give you advantage actually on
He
this.
got a 24 already. I don't think he needs it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's see what he
Let's
gets.
find out. Yeah, 24
Yeah,
it is.
24.
Definitely a
exactly.
good one.
It was either a 1
Good thing
or
I
a
had
19.
that advantage.
Yeah. I mean, the roll.
So, yes, the Verkerac family is one that your father has occasionally had cause to interact with. They're human nobility, and they're known for their, like, extreme opulence. They're one of the richest families in the world and have all kinds of ridiculous... You know, they also have a tendency to, like, spend it on dumb things. They have, like, all kinds of, you know, fancy villas and, like, floating castles and, like,
So,
weird nonsense that nobody needs.
They make my family
Stuff
look
like that.
poor, basically.
Ooh.
They don't make you look poor necessarily, but I mean, I guess you could say like in the like nobility circles, yes, right? Like they're so ostentatiously unnecessarily wealthy that like in comparison you feel kind of like lower class. Yeah, that's a good way to think of it.
All right.
Do you tell me these things?
Yes. Oh, I know of them. Yes, they are.
They're poor men to me.
With a 24, you might even know that one of their like weird. There's like a large family. They're humans, and to elves, humans reproduce so often it gets like confusing. Like, why do you have so many kids? Planets, right?
Yeah.
And
the generations.
One of the offshoots
happen faster.
of that family, there is like a sort of a famous duelist in that family that you don't know very much about, but you know the name. He's like a minor count, so he's called Count Palmias de Verkerac.
Count Palmias.
And you've heard the name, the Steel Shimmer, be attached to him before as like his calling card. Yeah.
That's a cool name.
So Theodûir would definitely tell you all that. He'd be a little braggadocious about it, obviously.
Who's the Steel Shimmer?
Probably,
did you know?
probably like embellish and like act as if he knows him personally. Like, yeah,
The other day when the
he was
Steel
at my
Shimmer and
birthday
I-
party last year. I could have introduced you.
Right next to the dragon.
Yeah, right.
Which I don't know, he probably wasn't.
Great.
Awesome. Cool. Knowing all that, oof, goodness. During all this time, I'm going to spend a hit dice, but I'll do that later.
Cool. Yeah, you have some time. If you guys want to stop and rest
Awesome.
for a bit, the match is in a couple of hours.
Okay,
so.
cool. Beautiful. Cool.
Am I getting laggy? Should I come back?
You seem fine to me.
Seem fine
Yeah,
here, but
okay.
Great.
Chad, is he too laggy? Let us know. Also,
Let us
I
know, Chad.
texted you a question if at some point you have a chance.
Oh my God.
I know. And while I'm doing
We're
housekeeping,
not supposed to
Heather,
be
next
on-
time we have a break, can you kill that spider that's up there?
Yes. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Thanks.
Or
Okay.
you could capture it and let it outside.
Nope, it's gonna die.
No. We must end it.
It dared cross our threshold.
Yeah, what do you guys want to do?
Oh, goodness. Well, if we have a couple hours, I'm gonna get ready for the fight, but make sure my dad's taken care of the whole time.
Okay.
I'm not great at stealth, but I kind of want to poke around the Steel Shimmer's tent. Can I, like, go towards where it may be?
Yeah, sure. 1 second. Yeah, Kate, I'll talk to you on the break.
Okay.
Sorry, we're conspiring via text.
Oh, my.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. He can point you in that direction where they are. You're gonna go do that. What about Moss and Theodûir? Do you want to go with her?
Honestly, Moss is probably gonna go check on the professor.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's valid.
That sounds good. One other thing that Varish would tell you before you guys depart is that he would make the point.
The other thing that you'll need is some kind of an announcer. I normally did my own announcing before, but obviously, as you could tell, I would be happy to represent you, but
Yeah,
really
you definitely need to take care of that.
So I don't know if any of you, don't you have a bard in your group?
No, shut up!
Dare you?
Jeremy kind of fell some time ago.
She fell.
She fell. The big kind of fell.
Darling, you didn't tell me. You never write me anymore. I had no idea. I never would have brought it up if I had known.
We're working on getting her back. We saw her at the gates of. Never mind. We saw her. She's fine.
I'm gonna check out the professor. Shut up.
Moss angrily storms out of the tent.
Yeah,
Moss, you like push the flap, but like you get tangled in it. And there's like a moment like,
I was like, yeah, and then I leave. There's just mushrooms.
Oh no.
Yeah, but on the back side of the flap that you wrestle with, right? So Moss leaves in an angry huff.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can obviously represent yourself if you wish, but generally the sort of a hype man, if you will, someone to pump you up.
A hype man. I'll think about it. Thank you.
If only there was someone who
who's really good at public speaking. So off to your friend's tent, right? The Steel Shimmer.
Yes, I suppose. I better go check on the professor. There's nothing I can do here, is there? All right.
So you two of you can head off in that direction. You recognize, his the Verkerac's sigil is like a swan, up against like the golden blue, I think. I forget the specific ones, but yeah, very fancy, like with lots of laurels and stuff.
Looks like a
you guys, so you can find that and track it down. Moss, you're going after the professor, and you know where the professor is. You're heading in that direction. When you get there, you see that Zeljic is basically supervising a group of people who are trying to lift him and put him into a cart. And this cart is drawn by a very upset axebeak. It's like a big you're familiar with that, right? A big long-necked bird. And a couple of these guys are trying to he's just so big.
Yeah.
And the axebeak is pawing the ground. And Zeldric's like, no, his legs over the. He looks. Oh, hi. What do you need?
Hey, that's a nice, pretty creature you got there. How you doing with the professor?
Oh, I mean, the two guys underneath, gestures over.
Can I roll? Can I roll medicine on him to see what's up?
Yeah, sure.
I would love to check him out. I'm I keep walking over to the professor and then going, look how pretty it is.
Ooh, rock.
Yeah, the axebeak is there, and it's all kind of resplendent in its dull gray plumage. But the professor just seems to be unconscious, is your best guess? You're not really sure. Maybe he's dead. You really don't know.
All right.
With a 3.
All right, well...
Yeah.
I'll just kick him. Hey, professor, you... Son of a... And scream a bunch of profanity, and I'll cast a healing word on him.
Great, okay, cool. You kick him and you're swearing, and he sort of starts awake. Well, my glasses. He starts to pat himself down.
Oh, I'm sorry. They probably went off the pillar.
Where are we? And he like is looking around, really confused.
Well, Valqwyn got a letter, and then she put her thumb on the letter, and now we're here in the sky.
This is death. He's like looking around. There's Axmix in the paradise?
He thinks they're dead.
Professor, you're not dead. We're not dead. It's just that we're at the sword meet.
Oh yeah. This. Oh, this is the Skybound Isles. Oh, well, I'm not dead. Okay. Hand me you, and he like brushes aside one of these guys trying to pick him up and stands up. He's a big towering dragon. Where are your classmates, young Moss?
I don't know. They went to go see.
They died. The goblins got him.
Like, I don't know. And we go over to the other group. So you guys are walking along. You can approach this pavilion. I'm gonna let somebody else that's here describe what this tent looks like, just for the sake of argument.
I have some ideas.
Go ahead. What does this tent look like?
Okay, so I'll do it since no one else wants to.
Yeah, totally.
So the house colors apparently seem to be fuchsia and periwinkle.
Oh my.
Yeah. There's a bunch of tassels and shit everywhere. There's like around the openings, like it's actual diamonds sewn into like
Of course it is.
flap opening, and like the seal is a big like crazy looking swan with laurels around it.
Damn.
I think that's part of it too, Theodûir, is that like they are wealthier than you, but they're just tasteless. You know what I mean? It's like gaudy, crappy. Like your father has this like cold, austere sense of decor. These guys are throwing this is like new money. They're like sort of Trumpian in their like gold-plated shit, right? Like just tacky.
Real Baroque stuff. So there's like little lamps everywhere, like oil lamps, so it just smells like flowers, but like all of the flowers.
All of
So
the.
it's like
Right, it's a shoot way overpowering.
Oh god. Oh really? It's your friend? Oh my god. Whew.
There are also probably like a crowd of like courtiers hanging around, like people in like nice clothing that are kind of sipping wine, and, like chatting.
some people
and,
actually
you know what I mean?
skipping around with like fabric trailing behind them.
But it's like an adult, like it's not a child. Like what is that adult person doing, like with a ribbon?
Skipping around.
Like
Prancing in the
Fantasia,
back.
like
They got
the
some good
satyrs
stuff here.
and, like whatever they are. They're just-
Is there proper hedonism going on? Like someone being fed grapes? Like,
Oh my! I regret
Maybe
nothing.
not in view, but you get that. You hear that from inside the tent.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right? You hear like a George Takei-esque, "Oh my!"
Yeah.
What do you guys want to do?
After that, I definitely throw open a flap and go in.
Okay, just
I'm
barging
just
in.
barging in, going, "Oh my god, that's so many flowers."
I'm not friends with them. They're more
You
acquaintances.
you told me that you knew them. They're just gonna think I'm breaking in now. I brought you for a
You're just
reason.
in the doorway having this conversation. Yeah, it's a lavish interior. I mean, I guess keep going, Kate. What does it look like inside?
Sure. So there's like furniture carved in every kind of animal in gold around, like just too much furniture. Like rugs,
Really
on
shiny
rugs
gold. Just
for
like,
no
oh,
reason.
God.
Dishes of food. It's like really fancy.
Nice.
I don't know. It's just everything opulent and Baroque you can think of is in here, and just so much of it.
Did my dad tell
I
me
feel
his
like-
first name?
Yes, Palmias.
Palmias.
Count Palmias.
Count Palmias.
De Verkerac. So I feel like there is a figure seated like sort of in the back of the tent, maybe like behind a screen, so you can like just see the silhouette.
Awesome.
And they're sitting there in some kind of a chair, and there's another figure behind them, like doing like that head massage thing,
yes.
right? Like in the shoulders and the arms and things.
There's harpists
this-
playing.
Yeah, somewhere there's like a French horn. Like, what? How? Presumably a magical French horn. You don't know.
It's just playing by itself.
Yeah, exactly. It's just floating in a corner playing by itself. Beautiful. But yeah, otherwise there's like other people sitting around drinking, and they all look like scandalously at you, like you don't belong here.
In my armor with a grime all over me.
Yeah, exactly. You come from this goblin shithole, and like here you are.
the Goblin
What do you guys
Midden, I think.
The goblin and almost, yeah.
Goblin midden.
Could I prestidigitate all the shit off of us?
Yeah, totally.
Awesome,
I'll
thank
do
you.
that really quick.
Onto the
Next to
floor,
Shaq.
just
It all lands on the ground.
It's like on
And
all the
actually,
people that
I
were
think I
there.
noticed that, and then I smile a little bit. Probably.
Yeah, right. Somebody, like, sort of a bald a man, sort of Varus-like, kind of comes scuttling over to you. Is there something I can do to help you? Are you here to see the Count?
Yes.
Very well. He is indisposed at the moment, but I can take your message if you wish.
Interesting. Oh, this is Theo of
This is...
House. Don't you know him?
I've never seen this person before in my life.
One of these days, Theo. Anywho.
Yeah, he did not. He does not
Does
recognize.
not know.
He's not even just like being an asshole. He
He's
literally
like,
doesn't
I
know you.
know. Maybe he's new. We'll just say he's new. Anyway, I just wanted to tell Mr. Steel Shimmer that I'm going to be his opponent in the next round. I wanted to come and introduce myself.
You?
Yes.
You're a child.
Yes.
One moment. I feel kind of like gonna giggle and hustle over to the curtain and like close the curtain open, and you see the silhouette as he like leans over, like whispers something in the guy's ear. I don't know if the figure has any reaction to this news.
Delicious.
And then the guy like scuttles back around. He is very excited for your match later.
Excellent. Me too.
Good, good. Would you care for some refreshment?
I don't know. It's a little overpowering of flowers in here, so that's all I needed to do.
I would like some water. That would be lovely.
Water. Yes, of course. Are you sure you don't want a mimosa?
No, I said water.
Water.
We don't have
I'll
any.
see what I can do.
What is water?
Let's cut back to Moss and the professor. So, where are your classmates?
Delicious.
I don't know. Oh, Val's dad is here, but he's got his throat cut open. But you can't talk to him because, well, you can talk to him, but he can't talk very well. And, yep.
How are we going to get out of here when this is over?
You're the professor.
You're the adult.
You figure it out. You're supposed to be guiding us.
I will consult the rule book, and he takes out like the teacher's manual and is like, frantically going through it.
Without his
Where is it?
glasses.
Unscheduled teleportation. He's like checking the
Like a panic
glossary,
room
right?
button
Like,
or something.
Alphabetical order, right?
yeah.
Well, I'm thirsty, so I'm gonna go back to the tent.
I will come with you, of course. I just have to figure out how to get us out of here. And yeah, he just starts stomping behind you.
I think, like, on his way, I was like, "Hey, thanks, Salt Crack," and then like just tap him on the shoulder. It's just like, well,
You say
So you don't need that actually. I paid these guys. Okay.
yeah. Thank you so much.
Anytime. Thank you. So you guys head back to the tent. What about the other two? Are you guys gonna stick around at the Verkerac?
Verkerac.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look at Theo, shake my head, and exit.
What?
Cool.
Where are we? What are we doing? What do you?
We're gonna go look for the professor. I don't know, the Professor Moss. We'll figure it out. Oh my god.
Are you gonna have a presenter? There is.
The servant will come back over to you, Theo, with a cup that's just full of ice. And eventually.
Yeah.
The cup is carved out of a diamond.
Are you? It's a diamond.
Like 300 gold. Yeah.
Oh.
It's like, oh.
Oh.
And I can take this
So,
with
someone
me.
took like a huge diamond and just like carved one cup out of it.
Yeah.
Could I prestidigitate heat on it to like heat up the ice cubes? Can I do that or no?
Yeah, you could melt the ice and make it into water.
Yeah.
With a diamond
Also
cup.
with like that edible
I mean, I don't
gold
think that's
flake
gonna break
stuff.
the game.
Yes. Yes.
That's a little OP. I think
Like
that's OP.
Goldschlager.
Me? What I'm doing?
Yo, melting ice? I don't think so. Not in a diamond cup.
You gotta hold it like everybody else.
Alright, fine. Thank you. Well, thank you so much. Well, we must be going. Okay,
Yeah.
well.
Tell the count looking forward to our match.
Oh, I think he is quite looking forward to it. Farewell. Awesome. Do you guys want to reconvene back at your dad's?
Yeah. I feel like we could see the professor coming from far away and be like, they must be going to the dad's tent.
Yeah, cool. You guys like sort of converge back on their island.
Professor, you're
what's the
okay.
plan? Do you want?
Well, not
You're here.
not entirely
I'm
okay.
so-
You still need medical attention.
He's standing. He looks fine. Well,
Oh, but
there's a couple
he's like
scratches.
bleeding from several wounds, right? Like he's been healed enough to get him conscious. But he's so worried that he is not noticing that he's been cut open. Valqwyn, you said it was you what got us here, yeah?
Yes.
Do you have the invitation?
Yeah, here you go.
Okay. Arcane magic was never my strong suit, but this I will study and see if I can't find a way back.
Go for it. Yeah. Do you wanna meet my dad? He's awesome.
Yes, that's it. Best to be just to make sure we didn't get kidnapped, by someone who isn't actually your. I mean, I don't know what this. I'll go into the tent and talk to him, and he's like the most socially awkward barbarian that you've ever met, right? So he goes inside and they talk. Yeah, what like sort of in a narrative sense, what do we want to do before the fight? What other things do we have to get squared?
Well, I want to spend some of my hit dice to get some healing back.
Yep, you can spend as many as you want to get back up to full if you take an hour rest. Is this like a montage scene? Are you getting like suited up in your armor and stuff?
Yes,
right?
there's a lot of slow mo.
Moss is like, I can massage, I can do the thing, I can. It's just like, no.
It's fine.
You're good.
It's fine.
Yeah, what are you gonna do, Moss? Are you just gonna try to chase her around and massage
Yeah,
her?
probably just like, get your muscles ready.
No, seriously. Go
Gross.
sit in the corner,
It's a
Moss.
warm-up.
Just sit.
Oh, sad Moss.
What is Theo doing?
What about you, Theodûir?
What am I doing?
But you haven't been asked yet officially, have you?
No. I'm just wondering.
He's got to bug
Is
me
there
one more
anyone
time.
who's
After
a
I-
master of
After
persuasion and manipulation that could possibly take on this presenter role? I don't know.
After I
really-
was like shunned by my duties, I'll probably go and try to just like hang up my whatever snacks or just
Yeah,
definitely raiding someone's like pantry. Just
Yes.
Totally. Every once in a while, somebody will walk by with like a tray of canapes and stuff, right? Just like they're just like delivering snacks and hors d'oeuvres during the tournament. So yeah, you can pillage those when they like bring them down to your level, and you just like grab like 5 of them.
probably like they bring them down to my level. Probably I take that and then I like give them a couple like the school bucks, like as a tip. It's like, oh, don't worry, I got you covered. Blank.
I got you, but delightful. Yeah.
Yes,
Picture weird. It's got Gygax, like the skeleton in the middle.
This skeleton giving it a thumbs up and like a couple rocks that are like worthless. Just
Yeah,
a snail.
They're not even pretty.
a snail that's still alive. Perfect.
Awesome.
So
So at some
are you gonna
point during
pester
that montage of putting on my armor and tightening all the latches and everything, and Theo's in the corner saying things.
You have one scene where you do like the Batman like.
Dun, dun. Yep.
Yeah.
And it's my dad. It's the like symbol of the Crimson Raider.
No,
Yes,
I would be reading
100%.
my monster manual.
Out loud.
Sitting and just laying down.
Yeah,
with feet in the
pronunciating
air.
things really clearly. Yeah.
And you say something.
Dragon.
Read like an excerpt out of your monster manual.
Clay Golem. Iron Golem. I literally have that.
Oh, the Griffin.
On the next page,
Ah,
featuring
harmless sensory artifact. Shower of sparks. Puff of wind. Ha ha. Ha.
Oh my god. As
Non-magic
he's doing this, and I'm like trying to get ready and like set everything. I'm like, okay, Theo,
What? Sorry? Huh? I'm sorry? What is
Theo,
it? Palmias?
would you like to announce me in the duel?
Sorry. Are you asking me to be the presenter? You think that?
I mean, if you want to, I can find somebody. You know what?
Am
Don't
I
forget I asked. I mean,
capable
you know,
of-
do you want to? Or
I mean, the person who is the presenter must be one of master persuasion and manipulation. Really, you think it is?
you know what? That really doesn't sound like you. You know, I can get someone else. If
You're right.
if you
I'll
don't think
do it.
you're up
I'll
to the
do it.
task.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I will do it.
Okay, we cut immediately from I'll do it to like the tournament, right? Like we're instantly there. There's like one island in the center of all these other islands. It's not very big. It's probably about 35 feet across. It's like obviously designed to be the ring, right? The audience is all gathered on all the various different other islands, and there's actually a number of like people are up on stands and things in between. Well, oh wait, we'll leave that actually. I will let somebody else describe that.
Who could it be?
But you see lots of other nobles and fighters and master duelists are all kind of around. This is the final match, so obviously it's gotten a lot of attention. You could see far down below, beneath these islands on the shore, there are on the sea, there are a couple of ships that are like sort of at anchor there, kind of in a little ring. And before everything gets started, you, Valqwyn, would be approached by sort of a clerk-looking person who's a spellcaster of some kind, and they would cast Featherfall on you to ensure that, were you to fall off the side, you would not fall 1,000 feet and die.
Yeah.
So everyone is, you're kind of over on your side. Everyone's in their corner. You can't see where Palmias is going to come from, but you can't see Palmias, but you can see like his area, right, where all of his fans are and stuff. But standing in the middle of the ring before either of you guys have come to the central island is a strange figure. This is like a man, like a human-sized figure, sort of made out of steel and wood. It looks like a construct of some kind. You can make a Arcana check, I guess, to recognize what they are, if you want.
If I want to do that.
If you want to. If you're interested.
Arcana's 11.
Okay. I'll give you advantage, Val. You've heard of the tournament before.
Nope, 11 it is.
21.
Cool.
21.
21, yeah. Awesome. You've heard of this guy, Val, but you don't know what he is. He's called Arsenal. You have heard Theodûir of creatures called Warforged, which are basically like constructed toy soldier men, right? Yeah. He sort of stands there, and then this big like echoing voice that comes out of him. He makes an announcement. Welcome, one and all, to this, the deciding duel of the 42nd annual Swords Meet. Everything's certainly come to and he sticks an arm out, and you see a sword appears out of it. A point here, folks. After hacking and slashing, and he starts to kind of dance around, and more swords start sticking out of his elbow joints and his knees. Hacking and slashing their way through after contestant after contestant, our two fine blades are ready to cut themselves a piece of the championship. It's a battle of untested steel this year, folks, with two newcomers who are coming out of the scabbard for their first championship match. In one corner, we have the daughter of a seasoned slasher, a last-minute replacement for her rusty old father. In the other, we have an up-and-comer, a speed demon looking to slice through all the drama surrounding this year's championship clash. Will our two contestants please come forth? It's time to lock swords. Everyone starts to cheer and go crazy.
Moss will lean over like Theodûir's shoulders, like, "Well, that's a tough act to follow, Theodûir."
Great. So yeah, it's up to you. I guess let's do a coin flip. Roll me a d20, Kate, and you roll me a d20, Val.
I like the idea that you would introduce her like Tom Haverford, like, this is my friend of Theodûir.
You put your own name into your
So I got a 7.
19.
7. Okay, cool. So we're gonna say Palmias won the coin flip basically to come out and get their introduction first. So do you want to describe what this intro looks like? Okay.
Yes. So, is it like an area, like a gladiator style ring area that you will like?
So it's basically just
from,
it's one island that's about 35 feet, and then there's other islands around it in a big ring that are slightly higher up.
Okay.
But there's lots of cracks in between those. You know what I mean? If you were to have something that you would want to come through there.
Sure. Yeah. No. Over the top of everything comes this solid gold swan boat.
Oh no!
Flying through, accompanied by fireworks and like harps and flower petals following it.
Can we also say that like a bunch of swans
Yes,
were released
yeah,
and
yes.
go flying off
Just
around
imagine
it?
whatever you want is there.
Right.
Flower petals rain everywhere, and just does a really slow lap around the outside. And you don't see like the person, but you see like a gloved hand.
Yeah.
It's just like waving.
I like the idea. It's like the heart music is like the wrestler music. Like
Yeah,
yeah, it's like that. Like
it's like football. Get ready.
dude love.
It's your intro music for sure. Yeah.
This is dude love.
Yeah, so that's what it looks like.
Great. So you circle and then what, Kate?
We land somewhere that we can land, I suppose. I didn't write it in.
Probably pull up right next to the island.
Guaranteed, the boat never lands, and you're just like harness system just like let down, like.
And I suppose he'd come out, but he'd have like some sort of like fancy like those big like ostrich palm, like a person holding that above him. Like walking as he just like struts out.
So what does he look like?
Okay, so a little bit Prince Ahmed from Aladdin, a little bit Abracadaniel from Adventure Time. So he has like the bob haircut.
Nice.
It's like super dumb, and like a big collar. Just whatever you can imagine him dopey looking like. Like you described it really well when we were first on.
So I feel like it's like buckle shoes,
Yeah.
right, and knickerbockers and like white hose.
Knickerbockers.
Like it's very like Marie Antoinette kind
Yeah,
of
like
era,
the
right?
pant
Like,
legs are
big,
very
puffy.
Yeah.
Yeah, those big pantaloons, and like it has that very like unnecessary 18th century French court.
Are we talking
I feel
like
just
the makeup?
grease paint? Yeah, the
Yeah.
makeup too. I
Oh
felt
my
like, and like
God.
lipstick,
tiny
and
little
like
lips,
it's
like a heart
Yeah.
at least.
really weird. Lots of frilly like gloves. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
And then like a basket hilted rapier, one of those like big elaborate ones with like the family crest
A
on
swan.
it somehow.
It is a
Yeah,
swan.
with a swan. Yeah.
Carved
lot of
out of a diamond.
Yeah.
Biggest
Yeah.
fop ever. Yeah.
Just foppiest fop. Yeah, is this accompanied by any announcement, or did you just let like the spectacle like do it for you, right? Like everyone needs, no one needs to ask who you
Yeah, I
are,
don't think
right?
he'd have anybody.
It's
say
not
it.
an
Yeah,
announcement.
They know him.
It's an event.
Exactly.
He probably
Perfect.
is just like, darlings! Oh!
I like the idea that when that first came out, they're all like, yeah! And then like it kept taking forever. They're just like,
He probably like
Okay.
throws like
Yeah.
diamonds at people a little
There
bit.
we
Yeah.
go. To keep
People
you
are getting
hyped up.
richer during this.
And then people get excited. Again.
Cheering still for reasons.
And then for the
Beautiful.
darlings, they just go, woo!
Woo. But yeah, you're there. There's like flower petals are still raining down on you when Arsenal like gestures over to the other side to indicate Valqwyn's entrance.
Theo, you got
So what do you guys do?
You got this, Theo. Let's do it.
Zooms in on you.
Beads of sweat dripping down my face. Did not prepare anything.
Just keep it simple. Keep it. You
No,
got this.
can I do a like a persuasion check?
Yeah, of course.
Like-
Make your speech and then give whatever.
I'm gonna use the
Persuasion,
nat 20.
performance.
Yeah, from Shadowner.
Ooh,
Yeah.
there you go.
So I don't even need to roll. Great. Can I roll an Arcana check to do other cool magic stuff while I'm talking?
Beautiful.
That one I will roll for. I got a 16 on that.
Pretty good.
So you'll see that all of a sudden the lights or whatever. Is it outside? It's
The
outside.
sun goes out.
Sunset,
like
yeah.
it somehow gets darker everywhere, and it gets a little creepy, and all of a sudden there's this drumming that starts. This boom, 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 boom. Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from the land that is so dark and scary. Where are you from? Where are you from?
The undercommon.
From
Where are you from? Where are you from? Where are you from?
Valqwyn from the Underdark. She hails. She is scary, and it. So I crit. So it would be so.
There's nothing I love more than like Cody shitting the bed and then saying, "But I crit them." So they love it.
I want you.
Yeah, I think it's because it's the reversal. Like that was so grand and like sunshine and beautiful, and then it becomes dark and scary, and it's like, no, this is the bad guy in the match, right? You're the heel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I imagine it like kind of climaxes where like somehow the spotlight would come on Val, and like there'd be like like a fog machine would be there.
He's doing all this stuff, all the
like
special
air
effects.
flows.
Is this like Moss? Moss is like running around like
Moss,
like
I would
making
want-
fire,
Pulling
like,
on ropes. And, like,
Moss, I'd want to convince you to turn into like a monkey and like juggle or something like that.
I'm a bear. A giant bear just
every
behind
effect that's happening, he's doing magic, and then this Moss is like in the background, like pulling ropes, like
me. Puffing, like.
pulling the lights over and smoke and fire. Yeah, but it ends up working. Like it's one of those things. If you see it from this side, it looks awesome. If you flip it around, it's just pandemonium as you guys are casting spells.
Theodûir just like
a
sweating,
perfect
like
one facing.
remember to count
spectacle.
5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, ready? Don't mess it up. Okay. And it's just like this. Like,
yeah, chef, it's my dream, chef.
It's like frigid stage mom. Yeah.
And all that time I'm just like slow-mo walking through the fog.
Yeah, just walking out. And your hair is like there's magical winds.
Definitely.
You look super cool. Everyone was cheering for Palmias, but everybody gets like deathly quiet for this. They're just like, yeah. The two of you kind of come out to the center, and there's the tradition is that you draw swords and you lock them and have that like lightsaber moment where you're like right next to each other. So you're gonna wield both of your swords.
Yes,
I assume,
I
Valqwyn?
am.
Cool. Tell me what that scene looks like when you guys cross blades for the first time.
Both are drawn. Do a bunch of those fun little swirls.
Just giggling.
Giggling and like avoiding it, like teasing.
All right, let's just there you go.
Great. And then we'll. But you're like, still to the crowd. While you're doing it. And then we will stop there and we'll take our 5 minute. We'll be back with the duel.
Alright, so I'm staring at the basilisk, right? And then I tried to, like, shout the password to you guys.
Oh, the password!
But I get frozen halfways, right? So it's like... Zardamo! Can I roll an intelligence check to, like, parse what he meant? Like, put the pieces together.
You can make the attempt. Sure.
17 plus 4 is a 21.
The adventure begins on the 10th of Harvest Home, 929 of Kairosha's Third Age. This is episode 30, Sisters of Steel. Hey everybody!
Hello.
We're back. This is Junior Adventurers League. When last we left our Junior Adventurers League, they were about to commence with a duel. Valqwyn is on one side, Count Palmias de Verkerac is on the other. Let's have our two contestants roll initiative. Actually, we'll have everybody roll initiative. The two of you can roll as well. Here for
Oh
mysterious
shit!
reasons.
Look at that. For mysterious reasons.
Uh-oh. Alright, so, real quick, let me run down the rules of this engagement. You guys are allowed to use your weapons and your fists and things, but you're not allowed to use magic of any kind.
Got it.
It is a victory if they either, like, collapse, in the sense of, like, being defeated, they get to 0 hit points, if they surrender, or if they are pushed over the side. Can also count as a victory. Cool. You both have Featherfall cast on you, so if you do go over the side, you're not going to die. But, yeah, those are the only 3 rules. Otherwise, kind of anything goes.
Awesome.
So, how did we do for initiative?
24.
Not good.
24.
Damn, you got +4? Crit, man.
I got a 5.
All right. Palmias, good. What about Theodûir and Moss?
Got an 18.
Ooh.
I got a 9.
Theodûir? A 9, okay. And then Theodûir, perfect, that's going to work out great. And then Valqwyn. Okay, so Palmias, you go first.
Cool. Great. Well, I'm going to attack.
Makes
No,
sense.
don't. Remember when you were on our side?
26? Does that?
Yep. God, those dice love you. Jeez.
Yeah, they're my favorite. Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry, I had the wrong dice out. Oh my god.
No.
Embarrassing. So that's 8, slashing.
Got it.
And I'm gonna attack again.
Jeez.
11.
Okay.
That hits you?
Oh, no, that doesn't hit. Yeah.
Okay, I was like, oh.
Ding.
And I'm gonna attack again.
What?
Oh my!
23.
Oh my goodness.
How are there 3 attacks available?
So 7 more slashing.
Got it.
Oh no.
Oh,
So let's describe this. You guys put your swords together. Arsenal like shoots a firework off of his back,
Nice.
and then the match begins. What does this look like, Palmias? I mean, this is a ridiculous opening.
Yeah, he's it's probably really trippy, honestly, because he won't stop giggling. but like he's like really menacing about it, kind of like uncomfortably excited about it.
But yeah, the nickname instantly comes to you as you see the blade will not stop moving. Like it's just a shimmer as it weaves back and forth.
Yeah.
And you're just not ready for like, oh god,
Ow!
Sort of distracting with the flourishes.
Yeah.
Way, where it's
But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of like spins and like turns to the crowd. Like,
Yes.
Cool. Moss, it is your turn. Unless Palmias, do you want to move? This one, it would be provoking opportunity attacks if you were to move.
no, I feel pretty confident currently.
Cool. Moss, it is your turn. Give me, as a bonus action, a perception check. Yeah, you have been.
Put it. Whoa, hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I got a 21.
Okay. It instantly strikes you. Palmias is moving too fast. There's something about his movements that don't make physical sense. Like, he seems like maybe he's just a showman. You're watching him. You're getting the sense of, like, something's weird.
A human?
You know what I mean? Basically.
Him?
Yeah. Something is like, him? Yeah, exactly. This moment you realize, like, I don't know. Something is strange about it. What do you want to do?
Can I?
Kill her.
Can
Kill
I?
him.
I'll definitely be like, hey, that guy, isn't he moving? You're probably still berating me for the you're a hack. You'll never work in this town again. And I'm probably like,
We'll
this.
never work together under these circumstances.
You,
That's for sure.
no, shut.
What?
Look how.
What is it?
Look how fast him. Look at him. He's moving way too fast.
Yes, I did see that.
Okay, I'll.
You can roll a perception if you want.
Can I?
You can roll a perception or insight if you'd like to try to ascertain.
I
that,
would,
Theo.
yeah, and I'll roll Arcana just to see
Sure.
if I understand. 11.
You're not sure.
Yeah.
He's a little far away. If he did have a magical aura, you wouldn't necessarily be able to detect it from where you are. How'd you do on your?
My perception was a 7, so I don't think I noticed.
Yeah, you don't particularly notice.
Cool. Is it my turn?
You guys basically go at the same time theoretically, like unless you have something you really want to do. It's
I
like
want
Moss,
to.
then Theo.
I do want to do an Arcana check if I can.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Based off of what Moss told me, at least. Oh yeah, that's better.
Nice.
23.
Yeah, actually, there is some kind of a spell that's been cast on Palmias, and you get the sense that it is like coming. You can detect the aura around him, and then you can see that there's almost like a thin ribbon that trails from him off into his up into the crowd over there.
Really?
Like, where of his supporters. And you know, sometimes when you cast a spell that has concentration,
Yeah.
that's how they work.
So it might be like a buff. Something.
It's-
Moss. You might be onto something. Come with me. And then I'm gonna run off to where the other line of
Okay, cool. So you guys can head off in that direction. It'll take you like a round or two to get all the way over. It's on the opposite side.
Okay.
Great. But in the meantime, Valqwyn, it is your turn. You are being assailed by this blade. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna use that nat 20.
Woo!
Yeah, for my first one, and then second attack is not gonna hit.
Okay. But the first one is a crit. Right?
Yes. So first one is 11 damage,
Oh!
and then I'm gonna use my action surge to do a weapon attack again. Oh nope. I'm gonna assume 11 doesn't hit, and then does 18 hit?
Palmias, does 18 hit?
It just does.
Nice.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh!
Well, not just. It does by a point.
It's
Yeah.
perfect. Awesome. So that one is
Oh, you're right.
6 damage.
Cool.
There were 2 misses in there, so do I get to make a
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
1 or 2?
Just 1.
You said 6?
Yes.
Just 1. Okay. Great. I'm going to riposte.
Riposte.
So I'm gonna make an attack against you.
So during one of their misses, you see that he kind of like twists and lashes out in reprisal.
24.
You don't know about repulsing. Let me explain it to you. You who take sword fighting classes, I'll explain it.
Yes, continue. 2, got it.
Do you know what mansplaining is? This is
Let
like
me
that.
explain it to you.
It's called
Explain it to you.
It's called DM-splaining.
So describe this flurry of attacks, Val. What does this look like?
So first one, after getting hit twice, full anger goes in the first blade, slashes down. Second one misses, and I get hit again. And and then second one comes up.
Cool. So yeah, I like the idea of it being anger. That like he's expecting like fancy footwork. He's like, no, it's like a right? Like, stop that.
And it's all just like angry action shots, just douche, and then like fast speed, and then
You do one of those like a Brad Pitt in Troy like jump stabs.
Yes, definitely.
So,
Great.
what weapons are you using right now?
The Kopesh and Scimitar. I do not have my longsword equipped
Okay.
yet.
Cool. We're back up at the top with Palmias. It is your turn.
Oh.
I didn't like that. Oh, darling. I'm gonna attack once. 18.
Yeah.
12 slashing.
God damn.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my goodness. Killing it.
Seriously.
Top now. And then I'm going to do a disarming attack. I'm gonna try to.
Cool. Go for it.
I don't think so. 14. Okay. So never mind.
It's a good try though.
Still have that ability. It just didn't trigger. It just didn't go off.
Okay,
If that makes sense.
gotcha. Then I'm gonna.
But sorry. Go ahead. If you have one more.
I do.
Then
I'm
go.
gonna attack one more time. No, nat 1.
Cool.
I'm so disappointed.
So what does this look like, Palmias?
So I probably like recover from the thing, and I'm like
slashes.
in whatever riposte stance. Like, I dramatically will like wipe my brow to the crowd in some dumb like
A kerchief just like comes out and you throw it into the crowd.
Never fret, crowd.
oh sweetie, and then I'll attack you and I'll hit you once, and then I think my thing doesn't work and I'm kind of thrown off, and maybe I miss you on the third attack.
Like, it's like the twist around the blade to try to get it out of your hand.
Oh.
'Cause the rapier, which is like much faster
Yeah.
than your clumsier weapons. Okay, Moss and Theo, we'll say you guys kind of go together. You're hustling along. Are you trying to just go there as fast as you can, or are you trying to go surreptitiously?
I think we're just hoofing it.
I think we're kind of hoofing it. I would.
Okay, cool.
Maybe are we shorter than the crowd though? Could we maybe?
Yeah, sure, that's fair. You could be like trying to hide behind stuff and go under bleachers and things. Okay, cool. Yeah, if you spend your entire move and just go over there, you can get there like to his area at the end of your turn. You would both still have a bonus action if you want to do either a perception or an insight or an arcana to try to like detect where that might be coming from. If there's anything out of the ordinary.
That sounds like the plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go for it then, guys.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
Cool. I'll do an arcana when we get there.
Yeah, go for it.
I
Let's see
will
it.
do. I'll do insight, I suppose. No. What am I doing? I'll do perception. I have a.
Oh yeah, you have advantage.
I'm doing perception. Ooh, look at that. A nat 1 or a 9 plus 3, so 12.
12. Fair.
I only got an 8 on my arcana.
Okay, yeah, you're there and you're looking around, but now you're among all these other magical people with all these magical affectations. It's suddenly becoming hard to tell, like, which one is it coming from? You know it's over here somewhere, but you're like, wait, like, give me a moment, right? You're trying to find the source.
I know which one it is.
Okay, great. We'll come back to you guys next round. Valqwyn,
I know which one it
it's
is. Fine, tell me.
Perfect.
Who is it? Who is it then?
Hang on.
I got this. I'm gonna second wind. Gain 11 points of hell.
You gain 11 points
I
of
gain
damage.
11 points damage. Damn it! It just works the reverse
Healing
now.
yourself against the rules.
No, magic is against
Magic's
the
against the rules. Second
No,
wind
magic
is
is against the rules, but not the second one.
yeah. All right. Dual weapon attack.
I I also like the idea of Palmias that you would be like, I think you're breaking the rules, right?
I'm just like, darling,
I
no.
don't get to heal.
15 doesn't hit, right?
No.
How about 21?
No.
Alrighty, so it is 6 points of damage.
Cool.
Well, I'm gonna repeat.
That's one thing you would probably start to notice too. You didn't notice it right away, but after a couple of strikes of him just like moving too quickly and dodging out of the way, like there's something a little weird you're starting to notice about. I don't know if that would start to change your tactics at all. But by now you're like, I should have hit you.
Yeah.
Like, why is this
Way too fast.
Totally.
I'm going to riposte.
Okay, back up at the top with Palmias.
I'm gonna riposte first.
Oh, you already used it.
Oh, I thought you said that was
So
the
that's
one.
yeah. They're each one use. You still have your disarming missed, but not your.
Oh, I thought
your
riposte was the
riposte.
one that I could use.
No, sorry, that's a reaction.
That's
that
a
just doesn't take the place of one of your 3. So.
Gotcha. Okay.
Not riposte.
Okay.
Done used it.
Well, cool. I'm gonna try disarming again.
Cool.
No. So I'm just gonna attack you. Try to. 14.
Nope.
What about less than that?
Nope.
Question, Kate. What are you rolling for the disarm?
What do you mean?
Just a d20?
Yeah.
Okay, because in future, roll a d20 and add a d8 to it.
Oh. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I got a nat one.
But we'll
Next
save
time.
for now. Val got a free round there.
Heyo.
So what do you think? Are you just like dodging out of the way, Val? Are you deflecting a bunch? Like, what does this look like?
Definitely a lot of deflections. I feel
Cool.
like it would go from normal speed to slow as you're like coming in with one of your, there's like the silver shimmer going behind your blade, and then just dodge out of the way and deflect it. And then it goes back to normal speed, and then the next one goes.
Yeah, totally. Awesome. Are we starting to see like a little bit more nervousness on Palmias? Like, or does the facade not crack at all? Are you perfectly
Like yes and no. Like you can probably see it a little bit, but to the crowd, like if there's a moment, he'll probably be like, oh, like weirdly Shakespearean, over the top.
Theatrics, yeah.
I like the idea of Val. You see like one sweat
Exactly,
trail
yeah.
through the
I'm just like,
makeup, and, like, just a little bit of like, oh, this isn't going how I want. Moss and Theo, it's your turn. You're like in the bleacher, under the bleachers on their side, trying to figure out where this is coming from.
I'm gonna use my nat 20.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Moss is just like, I've got an idea.
What is it?
Does anybody smell popcorn? And when he says that, he's gonna rip the most disgusting fart. Just,
Ooh.
and it's just rancid. Like, this is the worst thing at all possible.
It's like a health risk.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
the midden just came
carcinogen.
out of it.
go ahead and roll a poison resistance, because this is gonna...
Ridiculous. So I'll say you can use your nat 20 on an insight to detect if anyone reacts weirdly or something like that, right? Because like a fart doesn't like instantly tell you like, aha, that's where it's coming from.
No. I was this as a distraction for everyone
Oh,
around me.
distraction.
Like, this is like a scream and then an audible fart, and then just like there are people that I'm surrounded myself with are just
Yeah, gotcha. They're all.
It's the idea.
Okay.
That was what I was going for.
Perfect. Okay, so you do that, and everybody just like scatters, and there's like this kind of big commotion. You see there is one figure that does not move. And it's just kind of standing in the middle of it, and it's a sort of human, thin, kind of raw boned, like very high cheekbones, hairless, and is wearing like a turban that's wrapped around their head. And
Voldemort's
he's kind of
behind
sitting
that.
there,
Yeah.
trying to look sort of like grossed out, but also like kind of staring with intensity.
Sorry.
You guys would recognize the figure from the turban of the person who was massaging kind of Palmias behind the screen when you went over Theodûir. You think it's that same figure because that person was also wearing a turban.
Okay.
Cool, that's Moss. What do you want to do, Theodûir? Now that you see this,
It
Great.
smells real bad.
it does smell.
You press to digitate this like smell with
Can I go tackle that guy? Like literally just.
Can you?
Yeah,
Tackle.
that'd be a strength-based thing, but go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you really want
Just
to?
throw a rock at his head. Like,
Anything, like magic missile him.
No, I'm not gonna use magic because I don't want us to. I'm scared of that. Just straight up strength.
Yeesh.
Yeah, it'd be a grapple, so strength athletics if you have
Athletics. Okay, sure.
Oh no!
I rolled a 2 and I get a -2, so
it. You get a 0.
I got a 0, I guess.
I don't think you come near him. Like, I don't think, because he's in the bleachers. You like trip in the bleachers on the way
I
up.
must,
Or, like, how do you?
I must just not even get there.
You're probably like on your way, like, oh god, god.
Yeah.
You stop and just.
It's
Yeah,
my
maybe
mouth.
maybe I puke on the way over. I can't keep it in. I have to like stop it.
It's like, God, why?
I start running like, I've got it.
You like bend over and her. Okay. Good turn, guys. Good turn.
Thanks for the help, guys.
Valqwyn, it's your turn.
Thanks for the nat 20 shad owner. I spent it.
Well, you found the guy.
I spent it on a fart.
Yeah.
This is how we
Not
do
nothing.
here.
Valqwyn, your turn.
Alrighty, 2 weapon attacks.
Do it.
First is a mod 20.
Nice.
Second's 15, so I don't believe that'll hit. First hits for 9.
How's Palmias looking over there?
Good. Not good. Still up.
Yeah, what does this look like, Val? What's this attack? You missed with one, but hit with the other.
Yeah, so what was, we were just doing the, like, slow-mo, like, you attacked me.
Yeah, you were deflecting last time.
I saw the sweat trail, and it got, like, a little, like, extra oomph. I was like, oh, I got
My
this.
makeup is smeared.
First, yeah, it's like getting like the little mascara like stains under the eye. So I go
Like, sweat and makeup is such a horrifying combination.
So bad.
Yeah, especially like that thick, powdery makeup. Ugh.
So I go straight for. I'm assuming that your like breastplate has your emblem on it, right?
Yeah, it's
Perfect.
like protruding a tiny bit. It's like a 3D swan, but not like fully.
Embossed. Yeah.
Love it. I think it's right in my face because I'm a little bit shorter than Palmias. I'm gonna guess. So I'm just like, oh, swan! So I just go straight for the breastplate.
Clang.
Yeah, and then the next one misses.
Cool. All right, Palmias, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
The noblest creatures. I'm gonna try disarming again.
Yeah, do it.
One of these days. Plus.
Don't forget to add your D8
Yeah.
too.
So 17.
17 will, yeah.
Yes. Okay, you have to make a strength saving throw.
Okay,
You also still deal regular damage, so roll damage on that, Palmias.
gotcha. Save's only a 10.
Okay, so 10 damage, and I think you have to drop your weapon, right?
Yeah, so your weapon gets flung out of your hand, basically.
Got it.
Yeah. Give me a dexterity save, Valqwyn.
Mod 20.
Okay, cool. So you also it was 20. So are you right? Which weapons do you have in which hands?
I have the Kopesh on my right and the scimitar on my left.
Cool. So you lost the scimitar.
Got it.
But you were able to twist your wrist in such a way where it doesn't go over the side. It like sticks in the grass
Perfect.
about 10 feet away from you.
Awesome.
So you didn't disappear. You still have your Kopesh in your one hand.
Perfect.
Okay. That's one of your attacks, Palmias.
Yeah, I would also like to try my pushing attack. If I can, or can I this round, or do I have to wait?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Same thing. Oh yeah, it's just regular attack. You don't add the D8. That gets added to the damage.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So I don't add anything to this.
Nope.
Okay.
Well, just your bonus, whatever your normal
Okay.
rapier bonus.
So
would be.
mod 20.
Nice.
Yeah, that hits, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Hits you. Cool. So then it'd be regular damage plus a D8, and then she has to make another strength saving throw.
Got it.
So go ahead and roll that.
So let's see, 8 damage, and then make that save.
Okay. It was strength save, you said?
Yes.
Strength.
Nat 20.
So the intention was to push you 15 feet, but that obviously doesn't work. So what does this look like? Basically, you lose the sword. Go through the whole thing, Palmias. This is a complicated round.
Yes.
What does this look like?
Okay, so you lost your Kopesh?
My scimitar.
Your scimitar? Okay, so like that flings out, and then I come back at you, but like with the hilt.
I got
I
it.
think to try and like push you away, and it doesn't work. So I'm like, ah!
And like his was like, but it's like still right in the spot.
Or just like you realize she has no strength, or he has no strength at all, so it just nothing. Perfect. Great. Then we are at Moss and Theo. What do you guys want to do?
Perfect. The real heroes.
The real
The real
heroes
heroes
of
of
the
the campaign.
Great. So,
Theo, what
so
are you
I
doing?
I wiped the puke off my face.
Okay, the combination of the real heroes. So I wiped the puke off my mouth. Real heroes never puke. There's no reason.
While you're probably like wiping the puke off your face while like
Moss is
Yeah,
Moss is
that
like-
makes more sense. Yeah, that makes more sense.
I think he's probably going to just charge the guy, do the grapple. Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
Are you a bear?
Go for it.
yeah, I'm gonna bear hug the shit out of him. Nat 20!
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. So what does this look like? He's sitting in the bleachers. Like he's kind of looked over and seen like there's this child puking over there.
Child puking. It probably Moss is like, what are you doing laying around? He like probably like pushes Theo out of the way. And it's just like, just like lurching lunch, and it's just like the guy just
Like
sees
spread eagle, like a flying squirrel.
Yeah, just-
right? You just come in. Yeah.
legs out, everything, and it's
His
just
hat's
like
billowing in the wind. Like,
it wouldn't be that bad because he's not the biggest dwarf in the world. But then you see the mushrooms in the pits.
Yeah.
And it's
right.
like, the smell reaches him before I do, and he's like, no.
The slow no.
Yeah, you see his face just contort with revulsion, like the shadow growing. And he gets smacked and goes down. Palmias, you feel kind of a shiver. Whatever magical effect was on you is no longer on you anymore. Yeah, Moss, you take him to the ground, and he's like, hand me in! Like, sort of wrestling with him.
As he's like, stop
Yeah,
it.
but he can't really pronounce anything because it's just this toxic smell in his mouth.
Moss is probably
Theo,
whispering.
I'll walk up to them and be like, "Stop right there! You are charged with cheating in the match. I felt your spell. You were giving the Count some sort of enhancement, enhancing his ability. In fact, I know that spell because I cast it myself."
And you crit, so this sounds really, really.
This sounds really good. Yeah.
He did not run out of breath.
I didn't run out of breath at the end there.
No, because I'm the best.
Yeah.
Roll it. Let's see. Let's see if you did run out of breath.
Let's see. This is a persuasion, right?
This feels like an intimidation. to me.
Yeah. It definitely is. Mod 19. Yeah.
Mod
Very
19.
good. He's just get it off. Whatever. I surrender. Get it off. Get it off me.
You didn't hear me. You're under arrest.
Get what up? Get what up?
You're a policeman. I don't know. And then we're gonna move from there to Valqwyn. The fight is still going on. There's obviously commotion, but no one really knows what's happening.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of whispering and stuff from the crowd, but the fight is still happening. So what's up, Valqwyn?
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack with that Kopesh.
Do it.
It does not hit.
Is it Kopesh
no.
versatile?
I think so.
So you could wield two hands. You just deal more damage on a hit as opposed to.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't hit. No, I just got a 9.
But you didn't hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to switch to two hands though, or do you want to try to go get your other sword, or just stay with one? Like, what's the move?
I would get an opportunity of attack if I try to go get my sword, right?
Yeah.
I'll
This
do
round,
two hands in the future.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Awesome. Big swing and a miss. All right, Palmias, it's you.
Okay, so notably, there's been a difference now. So I'll maybe like, child. Well done this whole round, but I wonder if might you want to perhaps stop playing and we can go together somewhere else, maybe to do anything else. Whatever you want. What do you think?
Oh my!
My body is yours.
Let's go do something else in my boudoir.
I mean, it's a persuasion. You can roll it, but it's Valqwyn's decision as to what Valqwyn does, right? But it's just tell Valqwyn how convincing you
It's
are.
mod 20,
Okay.
so whatever you want to do with that.
But you don't want to
information.
attack. Yeah, that's your action. So.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like he's genuine, but I'm just like, oh no, I'm gonna finish this battle. There's no way I'm leaving. I'm just like, oh yeah, we can party after.
Totally, no, I don't think you understand.
After I cut your fucking face off.
After I remove your head from your neck, then we'll have a great party.
Yeah.
Moss and Theo, it's your turn. What do you guys want to do?
Did we got this guy to admit that he's fucking cheating? Is that what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a confession under duress. He's basically like, whatever, just get it off me. Right now. You're still on top of it.
Get what off? Get what off? Yeah, I'll get off if you convince me. If you say out loud what you were doing just now.
Actually, give me an athletics check.
Athletics, eh?
Moss.
A nat 1.
Oh god.
Okay, yeah, he just pushes you off of him
Yeah.
and stands up like, never have I ever. This is absolutely outrageous.
covered
How
in
dare you?
filth.
And he starts to like lay into you guys.
How dare me what? How dare me what?
Are there any authorities around at this point?
Yeah. Moss is.
Um,
I
Go ahead.
would love to go ahead. I'm just gonna try to get this guy to admit that he was cheating,
yeah, okay.
which I think is
How do you want to do that?
it's intimidation, for sure.
Sure.
I get -2 to these rolls.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
But I think the intimidation comes from the fact that it's just like, you smell that? Tell us the truth.
You just smell bad.
Yeah, I smell really bad, and he doesn't want me to touch him. I get an 11.
Okay. He seems like he's on the brink. Like Theodûir had threatened him, and now you're threatening him with like continuing to stink. You think like one more success and some kind of a charisma check will probably get him to fess, but he's not quite there yet. So he's sort of like, I do not know what you're talking about. He seems like right there, right?
One more.
Theo.
There's only someone who could. I will. I would like to do an intimidation check.
Please be the hero of this episode.
I'll be the hero this episode needs.
The hero this episode needs.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do an intimidation. Let's see.
Will you?
Mods. I hate that I say that all the time. 16. I got a 16.
Okay. Cool. What do you say?
You have to admit it. Think. If you admit it now, your punishment will be much, much less. And if you run, we will find you. I will find you.
My
I will seek you out. You remember the booms from the beginning before the show started? Yes, I brought the boom.
Brought the boom.
And the
I
boom.
turned down for what?
That was my intimidation.
Yeah, he just.
But he got
stares
a
at you.
16, so it was better.
It's so good, you guys. And you can see your like your emblem on your medallion or whatever. So Mel, please, no, please. I have nothing but respect for you and your father. Please, please. I admit it. I confess. I confess. He puts his hands up. I did it. Take me away.
Take me away.
Towards the like ring. I'm sorry, my love. Great. Valqwyn, it's your turn.
Yep, I'm going to hand it with that Kopesh. 11 does not hit.
Okay.
Boo, boo.
Yeah. Wing. Maybe Palmias, you like turn at the right moment, like when he says my love, and like the Kopesh just
like,
misses him, right? Like. What do you want to do, Palmias? It's up to you.
I am ignoring you now, so I'm gonna like look at. Does he have a name? Did you name this?
Yeah, Fadlan is his name.
Fadlan?
Fadlan.
Fadlan.
F-A-D-L-A-N.
Fadlan. Okay.
Fadlan.
So maybe like, Fadlan, no, where are they taking you? Oh, he's my favorite lover, please. Please, whatever. Oh, please don't take him from me, please.
It's some child policeman. I have no idea.
So intimidating looking. I don't understand. I'm so confused.
My love, soon we will be reunited. And you guys like reaching at each other across like the 15-foot divide.
Yeah.
Cool.
I've like just started walking that way. I don't care. I'm very low on health, so I'm just trying to get away.
Yeah. Arsenal, the like Warforged will kind of like step out like, I don't know what. But the match is still progressing, Count. So if you, and then Moss and Theo, it's your turn.
What if you just?
Masa probably like walked behind this kid like you're like a child constable. So he's just like Ma's like chest out, just like hey, we got the guy. Just like nodding, just like Sheriff of Nottingham to like all the people around like yeah, well, I saved us, me. Hey, give me that popcorn.
Just like
is that popcorn? Give this here.
The
this
constable
guy is
says
evidence.
so.
I need this. Okay, cool. What about you, Theo? Are you keeping a hold on Fodlan?
Yeah, I guess so. And then I'll just try to cheer Val on in a way.
Okay.
Cut his fucking
Finish
head
it!
off. Finish him.
Yeah, great. Give me kind of a charisma-based check, Theodûir.
Okay, sorry. Just screaming murder at Kate over here.
2 feet away. Just a guess.
Murder him.
The Dark Theo appears.
I'm just a guest. This seems like a character arc or something.
I'll be back.
I got a 11.
Okay.
So it's...
11 is not quite enough, I don't think. Let me double check on the adventure. Because I actually do have rules for cheering. You guys got so invested in the conspiracy.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. We get pretty hung up on our own narrative sometimes.
She was doing something, but what about us?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does not seem to have any effect on Valqwyn's performance. Valqwyn, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
So Palmias is walking away, yeah?
Mhm.
Cool. I'm gonna run and get my other my scimitar.
Cool.
And then chase after. I'm gonna guess that it's kind of like on the way as I'm going towards Palmias.
Yeah, cool.
Do a weapon attack.
Palmias, would you say that you're distracted?
Yeah.
Cool. You have advantage.
Excellent.
Valqwyn.
Perfect.
That's
Ooh.
Did you just crit?
Also, my AC is 16.
Okay, so the
That's
first
lower.
one was 24. Second one was mod 20.
Yep.
First one's gonna hit for 7.
I'm down.
Second hits for 8, just because I like to right in there.
Well, I assume you're not like goring him, right?
Can't do that.
I think the first one like hits and it starts and I like go for the other one. I was like, oh shit!
I'm undone. Forgive
Like,
me.
you don't pull back in time to cut his like nose off. It's this horrible wound. No, I'm joking.
I cut
Yeah,
off
he
part
goes
of it,
down.
like.
Like
Crumples.
serious,
Like
a serious mar to his
Or you
image.
start,
Like
Yeah.
write your
Like
name.
nose and like part of the lip and the cheek, right? Like that's a
That's
big
the first
gap.
one, just like, ah.
Yeah.
Carve your name in
No,
his
jokes.
skin.
It's a kid's joke. guys.
Kids. It's a fucking kids show. Jeez.
But yes, he crumples like a bad alibi and goes to the ground.
Definitely all in slow-mo too. I think the first one I come down and just like, ah.
And you hear a little bit of Peter Jackson like.
you'll see Moss right behind him with his chest out, just like looks like this fight was cut short.
The worst. Arsenal shoots off a bunch of fireworks and comes out and like grabs you by the wrist and throws your arm up into the air, Valqwyn. I don't know what happened over there, but we have a champion! Announcing Sword Master Valqwyn Crizera! And everyone's Valqwyn from the other side. It looks like the Palmias camp is not convinced. Like there's some distance from over there. But,
Still the one guy running
Yeah.
around with his
with
his wand baton.
confused,
Like
but still
ribbon
His
running.
ribbon wand.
He was literally not there for anybody else but himself. That's what he was. He was
He
like
was like
He actually
tripping
has
on
no
some other
connection.
no
planet.
connection. They just like him around.
Just loves
was a
ribbon
music
wand
festival.
dancing. And he's actually just a...
Great. So, what do you guys want to do? There's a lot of cheering and people kind of like coming out to pick up Val and like carry her around. There's presumably like a big party. Valqwyn, you are presented both with a like ceremonial longsword, which is the weapon of the sword master. You don't have that as your title for the next year.
Awesome.
You like must be referred to as Sword Master Valqwyn
Yes.
or Sword Master Val.
Yes.
And you have to come back the following year and defend your championship, basically.
Awesome.
From whoever else. You also have a belt, fancy belt that you can wear.
WC.
Yeah, exactly. It's the like 3 swords, just like.
She's just in the middle of the field.
It's exactly like a big, stupid, gaudy wrestling belt that you can't really wear.
They like give it to me. I'm just like, I don't. Okay.
Here's the sword. Here's the belt.
Okay. All right.
Here's your
Your father
title.
comes over and
It's
just
gonna hang over your head.
Valqwyn!
picks you up and spins you around, right? With like a big dad hug.
Your mother would be so proud of you if she was here.
How does it?
You did what I could never do.
Oh.
You won the tournament.
Yeah. All from your training, Dad.
No, stop. Oh, stop. Could I get my throat healed now?
Yeah. Please, somebody help my dad.
Intense pain.
Oh.
Yeah, someone can go over and heal him. Great. What do you guys want to do?
Masa probably we're gonna have to file some paperwork here, but it was a tough caper, but we.
I want you guys to bring him
yeah,
over
I
to me
feel
so I
like
can scowl at him.
talking at like the Warforged, just like
Warforged
this
guy.
guy he was doing, just giving him.
turned off already. So.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah, so the Warforged with like a squad of other Warforged will like come out and they'll basically take Fadlan and then like carry Count Palmias and like bring them into custody effectively to like discuss fines or whatever, trying to cheat the tournament, whatever it is. But yeah, you get like carted off. Palmias, with your like, but in the perfect fate pose, with like your hand over your face like that, right? Your, like
He's just
buckle shoes dangling.
he's
is
made of
great,
tissue paper.
Yeah, absolutely. Great. Unless there's anything else you guys want to do, the professor will also come up, congratulating you. This was the most unexpected end to the adventure, but I also have other good news. I think I have figured out a way to bring us back to the school, actually.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, I have spoken with some of the spellcasters here. They have reverse engineered the seal on your letter, and all we need to do, Valqwyn, whenever you're ready, is put your thumb right here, and we will be taken back. So,
I don't want to go back to the goblins.
Yeah, we're not
let's not go back to the goblins.
not going back to the tower.
School?
are we?
Maybe school?
I don't think we will. I gave them the... Oh, he's going to squint at it and do an arcana. Oh, I have to get this redone. That goes out.
Perfect. They just
Is there anything you guys want to do here with her family, or how should we end the adventure? What do you think?
I think we should have a big party around the Crimson Raiders fire pit. A lot of dancing
definitely.
and ale and mead.
Yeah.
Any water?
Yeah. Do you guys partake of the ale?
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Are
I'm
we
on that
allowed
mead.
to?
We are in my
No one
dad's
stops you.
camp.
The professor might not take too kindly to it. So do you guys try to like sneak the booze, or like how do you go about getting?
I think one of the Crimson Raiders should try to persuade him. Be like,
Or,
no,
like,
it's
distract
fine.
him, yeah.
Here, have some
Yeah,
of
just
it.
object, like, hey, buddy, listen, come on over here. He like pulls him aside, and they're talking about. So, what, you're like a teacher, or what's your thing? Like the most dumb stuff. But yeah, you guys can get crazy wasted. What do the drunk junior adventurers do at this party?
Oh, I'm just dancing around the fire pit with my new accessories and a lot of mead.
Like swinging the sword around, it's like, oh, God, yeah. Beautiful.
I give the belt to Theo.
Nice.
That's
Not
really
on
my
the head.
style, I'd say.
Moss is probably in a drinking competition with Saltpeter.
Probably.
He just says
totally.
salt and then a different word afterwards to say, I can bet you,
Indulge.
I could drink you under the table any day.
You're like 5.
I'm a dwarf 5. Thank you very much.
Dwarf,
I'm a dwarf
5
and
and
5.
dwarf is like 21 in elf or whatever. Give me a Constitution save. We'll see how
Math,
you do.
man, that wasn't our strong suit.
Is this considered poison?
Yeah, it is considered poison.
Yes.
Ah, there you
Yes! 20, mod 20.
Totally. Yeah, you drink him out in about 2 months. He's done. He's an elf with like 11 Constitution.
go.
Yeah. You're so cool. Man. I thought you weren't cool. You're really cool.
You're okay. You're okay.
You're right. I'm not that cool. Theodûir, what are you doing?
Theodûir's probably like cornered up with some other mean girl and like just talking shit. About
Another
it.
mean girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, another one. You two mean girls.
I'm gossiping in the corner. Do they know your name? No. Do they know yours? Yes, of course.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
can
Yeah,
you
you're talking
believe
shit
what?
about,
Look at that sweater. Oh. What is it? What is that from?
You cast mirror images so that there's more of you there, just like, oh
yeah,
my god.
You're right. No, it would be the mirror images. Yeah, it wouldn't even be so.
No, I wouldn't hang out with any people. Just weird copies of myself. That's who I would hang out
Just
with.
mumbling about other people.
Gross. Awesome. You are Swordmaster Val.
Woo!
And we'll see what Oh, one last thing. This is what we're gonna end the adventure on. So you have your long sword, obviously the one you got here, but you also still have the long sword from Lady Gwendolyn. You have 4 swords now.
Awesome.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
And an axe.
Yeah.
And a battle axe and a
But
longbow.
You were partying and you're doing whatever, and you end up like the night kind of is slowing down. People are going into bed, and you're over by the rest of your gear, Valqwyn, and you feel sort of this presence, this sort of glow, a radiance from the sword, kind of drawn over towards it. And when you put your hand on the like hilt, it starts to there's like a voice that speaks in your head, and it's a sort of like soft, sonorous, like Valqwyn. I was uncertain if you would be worthy to wield me. You have proven yourself capable. And that is where we'll end tonight's adventure.
Which sword is this?
That's the one that
This
Lady
is Lady
Gwendolyn.
Gwendolyn.
Oh, far out.
Yeah.
She got last time. Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
Awesome.
That's episode 20. Winner take fall, everybody. Thanks for playing.
Thank you, DM.
All right.
There's been a
Of
request
course.
for the poll in chat.
Oh, the poll. Yes. So let's do the poll. I don't know how to do it on YouTube. So just go ahead and vote for who you think deserves a merit patch for next week. Let's get that going. Definitely thank Palmias, who's for sure going to be here next week.
Yeah.
I like the idea that you're like Team Rocket. We start just working you ham-handedly into every episode. Like, oh, back trying to steal Pikachu or whatever.
Palmias is blasting off again!
Yeah, exactly. So let's do the names because I did actually send them out this week because I'm good at my job.
Well,
And then while we do that, you guys can vote in the poll, and then we will conclude for tonight. Do you guys have the list? Kate, you got it?
It's an email.
It is in an email to you, Kate. To you.
One sec.
Did you guys catch my dumb Harry Potter reference? The guy who's interfering with the turban.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we got it.
I immediately looked over here
I
and
was
said,
like, oh, it should. Yeah.
I was just like, Voldemort's under that hood.
Yeah, it is Voldemort, actually, you guys. It was a little cameo
That
from
is-
Voldemort. He's really in this
Well, it
game.
wasn't Voldemort, but it was a
Yeah,
lich.
it's Quirrell,
It was,
right?
like
was a
young
lich.
Voldemort.
Sure, he's back, and his phylactery is himself.
Oh.
It's pretty weird.
I think everyone reads 2,
You got
right?
it? Okay.
And then 2 people read 3. Math?
Sure, whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
You and I can read 3 if you want.
Yeah.
Sure. We'll start down there.
We're trying to pronounce properly, correct?
Yes, you're doing it properly and sincerely this time.
My apologies if I mispronounce.
Well, for all of the people listening, we're going to send a big thank you, long overdue, no doubt. One big, massive thank you is for Von Romero.
Von Romero.
Thank you, Von Romero. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
And then the other is Adam Pearson.
Hey, Adam.
Thank you, Adam.
Appreciate it, buddy.
And another huge thank you to Kalanya. Saying that right?
Hi, thanks,
Kalanya.
Kalanya.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
And also a huge thank you to Elizabeth Ferrara.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Couldn't do it without Jins.
Well, you said I could do without you. Like, I could do without you.
I could do without her.
Just like,
Sincere, in all sincerity,
If I'm being
not
honest.
you.
Yeah. We love you, Elizabeth.
Thank you so much to Enkaimi Sumeri.
Thanks, Nkami. Yeah, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Let us know. You've been a fan for a long time, but I don't think we've ever actually figured out how to pronounce
We've looked at this name for too long not to know it.
Yeah.
Yes,
it. Exactly.
truly.
Thanks so much for your donation.
Yeah.
Thank you, though, yes. And also, thank you to Anton Svensson.
Svensson.
Anton Svensson. Thank you. Svensson.
Thank you to Ronald E. Smith.
Ronald Smith.
Thanks for the donations, buddy.
Yep. Thanks also to Tony Stark.
Thank you, Tony.
Hey,
Cody.
wow.
Yeah.
very special.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony, I feel like you could give a little
Yeah.
more.
Maybe a little bit.
I got some
$10
questions.
a month.
Why are we having issues with, tech? Tony?
Right.
Come on, Tony,
Just
you
give
got
Tony a
this.
call. I have a suspicion that's not really Tony Stark.
Ah,
He's
come on.
not very wealthy, and he's also fictional.
Fine.
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
Got one more?
Yeah, to someone I don't know, but who feels like family to me. The Sandman
Gotcha.
King.
The Sandman.
The
Sandman.
Sandman King.
King of all the Sandmen.
Oh, yes. Put everyone to sleep.
A huge thank you. Couldn't do without you to Ashley Rice. Thanks.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Ashley.
Thanks, Ash.
A personal thank you to one of my friends, a Dungeon Crawl companion, Daniel Chan. Thanks.
Thank you, Daniel Chan.
Chan.
And lastly, to one of our most favorite patrons, a huge thank you. I know you're out there, buddy. Just Shadow.
Thank you so much, Shadow.
Shadowner.
For the donations this week,
Yeah.
bud. They really came at some critical moments.
Yeah,
That fart
very
in
much so.
particular.
That fart, that Shadowner, that Shadowner sponsored fart was quite possibly one of my favorite.
Critical. I mean, it revealed the bad.
Yeah.
There you
It
go.
did, the turban.
Very important. How's the poll, Kate?
So far, just one vote. I don't know if anyone else is currently watching, but it is for Moss.
Woo! It's that fart.
There you go.
There you go.
That fart. We'll give it to us.
There you go.
A Shadowner sponsored fart is
It
hard
is-
to compete with.
Yes, I think the actual merit patch goes to Shadowner, but
Yeah.
If Shadowner were here, I would absolutely give him the merit patch every week. That's unacceptable
true.
that he doesn't have 12
Yeah.
merit patches.
Oh, he says most favorite web show.
Aww.
Oh, really?
Thanks.
That's great. I'm glad you liked it, buddy. Well, before we go, we will be back next week, as far as I understand, unless there's any other conflicts. But I think we should go. We'll be back next week.
Yeah.
Maybe with the guest, maybe with Kate. Who knows? But until then, I think it's important that you guys all keep one little phrase in your hearts while we're not here. Either set it up. Come on. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Party above all.
Who knows what the lag?